Hey, beautiful people. Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well tonight. Good evening, over the fam. Can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me in the comment section there. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Wasalo to you. Hello. I hope you're doing well, Lola. Kukwa. Welcome, Neka. Chat moment. How are you? I hope you're well. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Oh, good, 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 good. Thank you all so much for being here today. I appreciate you plenty, plenty. Blessing. You're welcome, darling. I hope you are well. Today is the 3rd of the 3rd, 2022. We bless the Lord for another day, another dollar. And I am here today to contemplate, to talk, and for us to rub minds about this very, very important issue. So it's not one of the relationship ones or the sensational stories, but this is it's probably one of the most important of all the conversations that we have on this platform, because it's about our health, and health is wealth. That's what they say. Abby, they say health is wealth. So if health is wealth, are you taking care of your health? So this conversation actually originated from when I did the video about the brother who walked himself to an early grave. That was where this conversation started from. When I did that video, a lot of people were posting comments there. And actually, the person that shared the story with me wanted me to do a story, wanted me to do a show about, people, Africans who live in a diaspora are not taking their health and well-being seriously. Okay? And she was like, please, you need to tell our people to their doctors, going to their GP. Good evening, everybody. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. People don't like going to check their health. Why is it that a lot of Africans are too busy to go and do their annual health checks? Some people, 4 or 5 years, they've not been to the doctors. All right. So if health is wealth, why is it that people are running away from doctor? Are we too busy? Are we too busy for a doctor? Eh? We're too busy. The Anglo say it's very good, important topic to discuss. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of background. I like to give background context whenever I'm doing a show. So that video we did about last week about someone who was building houses. You guys remember the story that I said is a true life story about somebody who lives here in the UK who sadly passed due to illness. Was the show we did last week, and a lot of people were putting comments like this. Let me read some of the comments to you so you get what I'm saying. And this person said, what's their name? Let me take this off so that I can see clearly. Yeah. This is Aileen. Aileen Watt said, Africans, Caribbeans, and Asians, especially Chinese people, don't enjoy their lives in the diaspora. They work around the clock. I know an African nurse who worked so many hours that she had a stroke in her eye one morning while driving. I didn't even know it's possible to have a stroke in the eye. All you medical people in the house. Hey, this life, now wow, balance. May God help us. They get the one they call stroke of the eye again. Me, I've never heard of that one before. Stroke of the eye. Have you guys heard it before? So Eileen said that she had stroke of the eyes while driving, and the cops had to call an ambulance. And she summarized that by saying the body needs rest and vacation. People, I feel like screaming that out. Your body needs vacation and rest, people. It needs it. Okay, so that's Aileen. Thank you very much, Aileen, for that. And Bio said, You will be shocked to find out how many of us Nigerians abroad who don't do annual medical checkup, eat healthy food, or shopping for clothes at least once a month, all for a black tax of building in Nigeria. Okay, so we talked about black tax, which is like sending money back home and spending a lot of money because of family responsibility. Okay, and Bill said this is a backward mentality thing, not realizing how important it is to live your best life every day. The Lord's Prayer says, "Give us this day our daily bread." I think that's very, very significant what Bill is saying about the Lord's Prayer for us Christians. And I actually reflected on this one because I was like, it's true. You never think about it. These are some things that you never reflect on, that when you are praying, uh, you say, give us our daily bread. He didn't say give us all our life, give us 10 years to come, give us 20 years to come. Daily is what the Lord said we should pray for. The yin says, stroke of the left eye, then he will say it's village people not knowing that paying you are paying yourself themselves abroad. Okay, I'll come to the comment in a minute. So that one, when I read it, Bill, thank you for putting that comment, because me too, I took stock of that. I reflected on it. Give us this day our daily bread. This is what the Lord himself, who is the author and finisher, is the one that made us, that knows our end from the beginning. He knows the day we were born. He knows the day we are going to be deleted. But he said we should ask for only daily bread. Eh, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣọ́ra o. Okay. So another person called Esther Olayinka put this comment, and this is what they have to say, because remember, we're still talking about how people are not taking their well-being, their health, and anything that concerns them seriously because of this money that they are looking for, right? And Esther says, my husband needs to watch this video. He works Monday to Sunday, 2 jobs. Okay, this is a very, very good wife who obviously loves her husband. She said, my husband works 2 jobs Monday to Sunday. That's 7 days a week. And he's hypertensive. I told him, slow down. Please don't delete yourself, but he won't listen. He told me he was going to quit this January 22, but till now he's still doing it. Each time I don't go to work on Saturday, if it is voluntary, he will start to complain. I won't even mind him. I always told him that I don't have any responsibility. My both parents are late. My kids are grown. One is a graduate and one is working. One is working, going for her master's this year, and the other one is about to graduate. I have only 3 siblings in Nigeria, so my extended family that asks me for something, I do what I can. I do not overwork myself. I am 50 plus. 50 plus. So if I work 50 hours a week, I'm okay. Life no get duplicates. Hey, my people, when are they here? When for all those people for America, the hours one are they doing? So 50 plus is not even full time. 50 plus is not enough. I never work for 50 hours when I they complain. My main job is 36 hours weekly. That's what I do. I mean, the average hours we work here, if you have one job, is 30, between 30, let's say 30 hours to 40 hours. Yeah. 30 to 40. I do 36. And that's my 9 to 5. And somebody is doing 50 hours a week. And she's 50 plus. She's senior me. So when I was reading this comment, I was thinking that obviously Mr. Olayinka is even older. So if he's older, you can imagine an older man working 7 days a week. That means he's pulling serious hours, above 60 to 70 to 80 hours weekly. So says Otakwesi, I do 60 hours a week sometimes. Is this nursing job? Is this nursing success? Drama Free said some people work 80 hours a week. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Now go and wash up. So I don't know. Working 8 days a week on top of waiting. Jesus, people are confessing. Look at this person said, Alian said, I almost deleted myself working 100 hours a week. I mean, there's got to be something illegal about that. 100 hours. Jehovah God. You were working 100 hours a week. Ruth said 60 hours. People are working 60 hours a week. I beg go. Maybe I don't know mathematics, so Mona help me do the calculation. How many hours are in a week? 24 times 7. If you remove the time that you will sleep, that is if you are sleeping even 6 hours, because for you to do 100 hours, you must be sleeping 4 hours a week. I mean, 4 hours a day. People are doing 60 to 80 hours. Some people are doing 100 hours. Okay, so, all right. Thank you very much for that, Fatima. It's 66 hours a month. You do 66 hours a month. Okay. You are tired. Okay, so if you break that down, that is not, okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's a whole month. We're talking about weekly now. Let's stick to a week and see. Guys, let's do a challenge. Tell me how many hours you are working a week. Cynthia said, I work 108 hours a week. Doing what, please? I'd like to know. What's your profession, Cynthia? Are you a doctor or you work in IT? What kind of work do you do? Construction? Nursing? Eh? Oh my goodness. Somebody said in 2020, I was hoarding money before returning to school. I worked about 70 hours a week. Okay. Nka said I work 40 hours. Lady T said 36 hours. Most people in the UK will be around 36 to 40 hours. Promise said I work 45 hours a week as a nurse. Okay. 45 hours is still okay for a nurse because you are doing 10 hours shift, isn't it? Promise, are you in the UK or where are you based? Elizabeth said, I do 80 hours a week. Jesus is Lord. 80 hours a week. You guys, 80 hours a week. I have to do the arithmetic. If I don't do the arithmetic, I will not rest. My goodness. People are working. You guys are working. What time do you have to leave? 80 divided by 7. Okay, so you do approximately 11 points, 11.4 hours daily. That's what, if you are working daily. But if you are working maybe 6 days a week, that means you are doing 12 hours. That means you are doing 12 hours, 6 days a week. That's the hours that are calculated for you, Elizabeth. I don't know how many days you work, but that's my estimation for 80 hours a week. Let's Cook Something said, I work at the bank in Canada. I work 37 hours. That's decent. That's decent. 37.5 decent. That's 8 to 9 or, 9 to 5. Bio say I do 40 hours IT. Excellent. Excellent. 40 hours simply, Lisa. Okay. PJ said, I work 40 hours a week. You are in Canada. Yeah, 40 is still good. That means you are doing like about maybe 10, 8 to, it will be around 9 hours or 10 hours per shift and in 5 days. So that's still all right. My goodness, 9 to 5 job here is 36 hours for most people in the UK. Okay? Because we do 9 to 5. That's 8 hours per shift. And in that 8 hours, you have 1 hour break. This is what most of us do here. Those who work in government, like I work in the government. So, yeah. Vivian said, I work 48 hours as a nurse in California. Anything outside that is suffering. I don't like suffering. Wow. So that means you have 1 job, Vivian. So if you had another nursing job, you'd probably be pulling in 100 hours or 90 hours a week. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm enjoying this. Let's hear from more people. How many hours are you guys working? I want to know. Temilade says, I work 60 hours a week. Wow. Is that 7 days a week? That's a lot of hours. 60 is a lot. Drama Free said 80 hours a week, 12 hours every day. Monday to Sunday. 12 hours daily, Monday to Sunday. Drama Free, that's too much. That's too much. It's not, that's not healthy way to, I'm sorry, that's not, I don't mean to judge you, and I'm not judging, but take this as somebody who cares about your well-being. That is too much. It's too much. 80 hours a week, 12 hours every day shift, Monday to Sunday. It's not healthy. It's not. So you never have a day off. You work every day of the week. Every single day you are working. Ha. I don't understand the labor laws in the US or in America. How do they allow you to work from Monday to Sunday? Here, they don't allow it. You can't do the same job and work those hours. They won't. No, 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 they won't. That means every day you wake up, you are going to work. When me, I'm still complaining that 2 days a week, my weekend is not enough. Even in Africa, people, they are beginning to realize. You know what happened? Let me tell you guys what happened in Nigeria. In Kaduna State, that smallish Malan that they call Erufai, who is the governor of Kaduna State, he used to be in FCT back in the day when I was living in Nigeria. He used to be a minister. He was the Federal Capital Territory minister. And he's a very small man. And you know, small men, they overdo. He made the working week in Kaduna State 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday. Do you know what he said? I watched the video and it made a lot of sense to me. He said that by Friday, a lot of people are tired already. They don't bring in their best. When you give them a 3 days weekend, on Monday, they are more productive. They do more. I was like, wow, this is quite innovative. You know, coming from Anaboki in Nigeria. This is interesting. Lady J said I left 70 hours a week to work 32 hours privately. I have my peace. So all these $100,000, $200,000, $250,000 you will make, this is how you make it. I would rather not have that money. I cannot. I won't do it. Please, even if you are doing these hours, I don't advise that you do it for a long time. Your body cannot sustain working 7 days a week, my people. This is too much. This is too much. Oh my God. Wow. Adana said, that's why I hate Mondays to Friday jobs. I'd rather do 3 days a week, 12-hour shift, and have 3 or 4 days off to yourself to relax, catch up on errands, and travel the world. That's if for you. You're speaking for yourself, Adana. Some people have another job for another 3 days. This is what a friend of mine was telling me in the US. There are a lot of people who work in, who do the nursing job, that they do 3 days, 12 hours here, then they do 3 days, 12 hours in another shift. So, my goodness. All right, I've not finished reading, but I've just been perplexed with the hours that people are pulling in. It's really, really interesting to know that people are working 108 hours. That's the top one I've seen. 108, 100, 80 hours, 12 hours, 7 days a week. Wow. So in that video, somebody else said, Jesus Baby said, my husband's friend passed last month, because of too much work. He is so stingy with himself. He has more than 80,000 euros in his home. No one knows about, because of how stingy he is. He is living and sleeping on train stations. Hey, when you think you've heard it all, Egbami. He is living in train station. This one, this one is not normal. He refuses to pay for rent because he said house rent is too expensive. And it's a waste of money. Now he is gone. All the money he worked for, he never tasted it, because people who did not work with him are the ones enjoying it now. Enjoy yourself when you are alive. Jesus Baby, wherever you are, God will bless you. Thank you so much for this comment. You know, I had to screenshot this comment, because if I just come here and I'm talking, it will seem as if I'm blabbing. And this woman, you don't come again, but you do the talk. This is true life story. When you say it's a super story, this is super story. Somebody has 80,000 euro in their house. They are living in train stations. and sleeping around. That's what they call rough sleeping, because they cannot pay house rent, and they said that house rent is too expensive. You see, there's a kind of poverty that is the poverty of the mind. We already established that poverty is not about whether you have money or you don't have money, because some people are rich but they are poor. This brother refused to pay house rent. He's sleeping around in train stations, according to Jesus baby. But he had 80,000 euros, 80,000 euros cash that he was saving up. You know, somebody said in that video as well that a lot of us Africans who live in diaspora, we think we have two lifetime. We think we have two lifespans. Yeah. So you live one life now, then later you will live another life. My dear, don't any. One Ghanaian person came to that video, the same video that I'm talking about, when we're talking about the brother that walked himself to an early grave, and he was saying, there is nothing wrong with you being on dialysis and going to work. A lot of people who are sick go to work. They don't want to stay at home. It's because he cared about his family. That's why he was working. So you care about people more than yourself. Even the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. It didn't say love your neighbor more than yourself, my people. 80,000 euros in his house. But he wasn't paying rent because he said rent is too expensive, my sister, for me. Shangbaron. Engba, can you hear this? If it's me that is saying it there, it might seem as if I'm just trying to convince people. But sometimes it's good for us to have this conversation so that people can learn. Put a smile. You are saying 80 hours a week. Some people say they are doing 100 hours. One of our sisters here says she's doing 108. 108 is the highest I've seen. 12-hour shift every day. They are saving, Lady T. Yes, that's exactly what they are doing. That 80,000 is to go and do something, a project, probably a housing project in Africa, which is not bad. We established that on that video as well. It's not bad. But you refuse to rent out in Europe. You are living in train station because rent is too expensive, and you have, I don't know how I can get this around my head. I can't understand it. Maybe somebody understands it. When I share my link, you please explain it to me. Okay, we are not done with the comment, my people. Let me go on with the comments. There's another one here. So KK in that same video said, I know a lady that worked from Monday night to Monday morning every single day. For dinner, she eats rice with plenty oil. Let me call it like Nigerians, oil. She was eating rice with plenty oil. Oil. Between 10 to 11 p.m. That's when she's eating plenty rice and plenty oil that will not digest, not thinking about her cholesterol, not thinking about her waistline, not thinking about high blood pressure and all those things. She was eating oil and rice, oily rice. Egbami. And KK said, we advised her to slow down. She refused. So she built a mansion in Nigeria and called Sonny Ade to play during the housewarming. Okay, I'm going to pause here to explain who Sonny Ade to you. Those of you who are not Nigerian, so that you understand. So when you come to African music, Fuji or Juju music, Juju, in the west of Nigeria, Sonny Ade is called king. He's the king of Juju. He's the king of music in that area. For you to carry Sonny Ade, you must be dropping at least maybe 2 to 3 million naira. That was then. I don't know how much he charges now. I think Baba will probably be charging, because he's older now. He'll probably be charging like maybe 3 million to 4 million now for you to call him alone. So this auntie was eating oily rice. She was eating oily rice from 10 to 11 p.m. in the night when the food has no way of digesting. But she managed to build mansion and called a king of music to come and do housewarming. So that they will celebrate her. And you know, this musician, if they sing your name, hi, if they use your name sing, there's no kind of name they will not call you. They will call you all the wonderful names. Oregelewa. They will make your head swell so that you are putting money on them. As you are putting money on them, once your money finish, the next person that start putting money, they will start singing about them. If you don't know. So, Auntie Oily Rice called Sonny Adeo for housewarming. She was living in a shared house in London. Okay, this one are my neighbor. Living in a shared house in London. One day, at least she was living in a house, not like the other one in the Europe that was living in train station. One day she was coming to work, she collapsed in front of the hospital A&E. It was discovered that she was hypertensive and other morbidities she didn't know about due to not resting her body. When she was transferred to the ward, she was gone. Deleted. She was gone. So what happened to Sonny Ade's house now? What happened to that, my people? What happened to that, please? Somebody should tell me what happened to that. Sonny Ade, they call Sonny Ade for housewarming. So this is the conversation about the house thing that brought us here today. Okay, we had that conversation, and somebody was, people said a lot of things in that conversation, and somebody was even saying that I said that I lost money in business, and the person said because I failed in business does not mean I should discourage other people. I say, well, there's nothing wrong with failure. The only thing that is failure is part of success. So don't think you can come here and shame me that I failed in business. Failure is a part of your success story. If you've not failed in anything, then you've not tried anything. Okay? You fail and then you get up. Failure is not the end. I failed in that business, but I picked myself up, put my step through another degree, and so failure is not my story. So what do you mean? You failed in business? Banyanko? You know the story of the people that are successful in business today, how many times they failed? Share your number in. So when people don't want to hear what you are saying, they will turn it against you so that it will not be about you. Somebody sent me an email and said, Auntie B, you need to do a show. You need to do a show and talk about what is happening in this Ukraine and Russia war now as lesson for our people in Nigeria, so that they will learn, all those people that refuse to build houses in Nigeria, so that they will know that, if you didn't build house now you have nothing to go back to. So I'm like, really? So the people in Ukraine now, the thing they are thinking about now is the house they build in Nigeria. First of all those people in Ukraine that you see, they are all, most of them, 90% of them are students who their parents send them to go to medical schools and go to engineering schools there. Thank you, conventional worship. Now me, they won't shame. Now tell her, say, when you talk that one, tell her, say, you, at least I can boast of starting a business that failed. What have you ever done in your life? What have you ever done with your life? If you give me hand, I give you double. I give you if you give me bass, I will give you both bass. Now tell and say, okay, I failed in business. Yeah, fine. There's no shame in it. I lost a lot of money. But at least I picked myself. You, when you dey talk, what have you ever done with your life? Have you done anything in your life with your life? So there are many more comments like that. If you want to see comment, you need to go watch that video again. It's the story about the person who walked himself to an early grave. So this is the background of where I'm coming from today. We want to talk about why our people are too busy for doctor. Okay, for instance, now when we started the show, I was asking people to tell me how many hours they are working, and I'm shocked. People are doing 80 hours a week. People are doing 100 hours, 70, 60. So that means we that do 36 hours, we know they work. Bless, I go find second job. I'm doing 36 hours and I'm complaining. Inside that 36 hours, I still dey complain. Oh, okay. Technically, we'll say is you can say, because we don't add the break time to it, so you can add 7 hours to it, and you can add 5 hours to it. So that will make it technically 41 hours. Because if you work agency, they don't count the hours that you're on break. They don't pay you for that. So let me just say I work 40 hours a week. Okay, 41 hours. People, they talk of 100 hours, 80 hours, 70 hours. Somebody is saying that they work 12 hours Monday to Sunday. So my question is, if you are working 12 hours Monday to Sunday, My brother, my sister, what time you take they go doctor? Hmm? What time do you have to go and visit your doctor? When was the last time you took time off? When was the last time you checked your health? Our people are dropping. And they are calling village people. It's not village people. Mona leave village people alone. Village people no do anything. Now this generation, everything they're going to say, village people, village people, village people. Not village people, they are not witches and wizards. Leave them alone. They are just old and some of them are poor. Okay? That doesn't make them witches. I beg Mona not demonize village people. I like my village. I love village people. Wonderful people. No dumb moment in the village. Hmm? So now we self they use our hand, they do ourselves, they call them village people. Then you come to demonize village people. Say now village people delete you. Money last say when I worked for the NHS, my colleague will beg me for them to have my overtime. I used to give them. I don't want to buy myself just for the sake of work. Full time is enough for me. Wonderful. I'm sharing my link. Especially for those of you who live in the Americas. I like to hear how you manage working 70, 80, 60 hours above weekly. Kayode says, as an engineer, you must fail mostly in your first design. If you ever fail in anything, if you've never failed in anything, you are not yet a man. Failure shapes you. Eshe gone you, brother Kayode. God bless you. Me, I thought I was encouraging somebody by sharing my failure story. If I come and share my success story now, they'll say, that woman is so proud. She's showing off. And then I shared my experience, my true experience. So when I carry money, go to Nigeria and go, they do retail business, rent shop of millions of naira. I was traveling to Italy, traveling to Spain. My children were young then, so I couldn't do full-time work. So I said I have to keep myself busy. I can't do permanent wife. I know how do they call them? Full-time housewife. I can't do it. So that's when I was doing that business. The mistake I made was that, obviously I was not on ground. So I used to just shop, I go to the US, go to Spain, Italy, buy bag. Italy has a lot of good leather goods, leather bags and shoes. So I used to buy, and then I'll go and put there. So and I said the business failed because the people were owing me basic. At the end of the day, I had to dash a lot of the things out. I lost a lot of money, £30,000. I'm talking about around 2000 and 2008. Not be today, you don't see. All right. So now be the failure story where they talk. So say I fail. Oh. I'm very, very happy to fail. Oh, because when you fail, it will help you to think well. Next time you strategize properly, and then you get it. You see what I mean? Okay. I'm coming to your comments now. The link is in the comment section. If you want to contribute to the show, please just come to the comment section on YouTube and click on my link. It's just there under my name. Impact, you are our first caller today. Good evening, bro.
Hey, good evening, Auntie B.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Auntie B. Let me just say, a lot of Americans, a lot of Nigerians in America, they would love to pull up a lot of time because of the money or because they have siblings back home for them to feed or their mother, their parents. That's the reason. But for me, I don't see that as a problem. I don't work that kind of job. A job that I cannot take vacation anytime I want to take a vacation, I don't do it. If I sign a contract with them, I'll tell them if I want to leave, maybe I have emergency back home, I want to go. Can I? If they say no, you have to use your holidays, whatever. I say bye, goodbye. That's me.
So, are there jobs like that in America where you can't
Of
take
course,
holiday?
of
Are you
course.
serious?
I'm a radiologist. I'm not at work now. I'm at home. By 4 to 8, I go to work. I come back by 12 o'clock. I don't work. I don't work more than that. That's it. Whenever I want to go tomorrow, and I tell them, hey, I'm traveling tomorrow. Anybody can cover it up for me.
You see why I'm asking you that question, my brother? Because here in Europe, it is actually against the law for you to have that kind of contract. It is against
See,
the law.
it depend on the kind of, it depend on your profession, it depend on your professionalism again, and it depend on the kind of person you are. If they need you, they will keep you. And
every single
most of
day.
our brother, they want them. Most of our people here, what I see is that, like one time when I was interviewing one of our employee, he was selling himself to the company for the company to take him. Not that he's selling his profession. You know, they will come there as if they need the job more than them. That is why they will give them that harsh contract. And I call him aside. I say, what you are doing, they will give you a harsh contract. And what did the guy get? He got 7 days in a week, and he has to work like 10 days in a. I was like, this is rubbish. What time do you spend with your family? What time do you spend with your kid?
Are you in the US,
I'm
Impact?
I'm in the US. I'm in Connecticut. I work in Connecticut.
Nneka is saying that Auntie B, there is no job in America that will not give you vacation.
There is no job in America that will not give you vacation, but some people would not. Some people will choose not to take that vacation. They will work and take the money at the end of the year.
I see. I see. I get you, my brother. That's what you can't do here. They don't monetize vacation here. Nobody
They
can pay
will
you for
take
money.
that money. That that,
Wow.
that is that is wrong here. I'm just looking at the comment. 80 hours, 40 hours. I can't do that.
100. My brother, 108. One woman said she's doing 108. 1 week.
I I can't do that. Instead of you working the hours, why don't you just put your money in some investment that will boost your money, and then you relax. I don't know how people do that. In fact, I can't even work two jobs. I
How?
can't work for two employers. Yeah, I can't do
Wow.
that. Anyway, let
Wow.
me give time for other people to talk.
Thank you,
Thank you,
my
ATB.
brother. Thank you. God bless you. Not be small thing, no. Eh? Nina said the vacation is optional. People can choose to take the money. Vacation is not optional. There is a reason why they put the vacation in your contract because Araman fancy me to your long. Your body needs the rest, my people. Look, nobody like money past me as I day so. I like money. I like to find money. But life don't teach me. I know be say I too old like that. So I'm 49 years old. I know they hide my age and I know say I go be 50 by June. Life don't teach me say the day where you see, now it be your own. Today where you see so now it be your own, no. Now it be your own. I talk am for the last video. You know what it that Ghana person why they tell say come there. He come tell me say people when they know they think of tomorrow, when they know they plan, say now that they live old, they will come poor where they old, they will call them miserable. Now I tell and say, you see, they talk something about Ghana people and you they prove am now. You say person where get dialysis say supposed to go work because you they find money when you they fight for your life, you they find money. When it Bill, treatment for UK, we know they pay. Oh. Make I tell you, say not be say you need to go work
And to
to get
be,
money. Then they take money for our salary as we they work. So anything, God forbid, if I sick, no matter the sickness, we know they pay again because you they pay when you they work. Our national healthcare system is universal. Whether you they work, you know work, it go treat you. You understand? And if you don't they work, you don't contribute. So not be say you need to work like when I dey US when I'll say I need to work so that I go get health insurance. We not get health insurance except you want to do private one for you. You understand? Why somebody go talk say person where they sick make it they go work because he need money when you never know whether you go survive reach tomorrow. My brother. Welcome, Bio.
and to be, I greet you specially.
I greet you. Oh.
I be like you. I like money well, but taking a cue from what that the last caller just said. In fact, it spoke very well. But I want to look at this from two angles so that we'll just do a little bit fair. No excuse. Oh. Now let's take it from one. The traditional people that does those kind of low pay. I won't just assume first that most people when they talk that 80 hours, whatever, maybe the day below the average or whatever income. But I know not all, though, most of them still do where they get good pay, but they do extra hour. However, there is no excuse why you should work more than 40 hours a week. There is no excuse for it. The reason is this. I work myself. I'm in the tech, but I work 40 hours. And we don't even if they give self, we not even get them because our office open 8, close 5, right? And now we are working from home. And just like the last caller said, recently we had a meeting to discuss our options on how we will be coming back to the office. Do you know that the top people said that, hello, can you hear me?
I hear you, Bill. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So the top management said that they can't even have people come back to the office because many people are going to resign.
Yeah, even for here, there's a problem
You-
here now. People are
yes, now
resigning.
people are going to
Yeah.
resign. So what does that mean? That tells you that companies are even scared. They know because these people are already used to working from home. They
Yes.
enjoy the comfort and every
Yes.
kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
As that caller said, a Nigerian, sorry to say, not all Nigerians, because we have seen Nigerians saying it. Most of us, when we they go for job interviews, we they behave like say we need the job past the company. Before
Mm-hmm.
a company will call you and interview you, they need you. They need you.
And then they make all the money. Oh, they just they pay you small salary
Small
when they
thing. I
pay
said they
you.
need you more than you think they need you. And
Mm-hmm.
when they offer you that job, they will ask you a question, say, how long? Please, I will send you my name. Go to my LinkedIn page. For the past 3 years, I've not stayed in a company more than 8 months. But I hope my company don't get to hear this. But the truth is, the last time they offered me this position when I did now, they asked me, say, what do you want? Because we can see that you have not spent more than 8 months in your recent years. So what am I trying to say? Why he plays to my disadvantage, he also plays to my advantage. When I told them what I wanted after the offer letter, they said, okay, let them get back to me. When they got back to me, between God and man, they added another extra 6K. Join what I told them. I was shocked, which made me say, oh, these people know, say they don't reason and say,
So you
this
dey
guy
sell
will stay.
yourself. You know the desperate. You know they tell them.
Thank
You dey tell
you.
them your terms and conditions. And then
Condition.
because company they write their own. You see,
Hmm.
Bill. What I dey understand now for this our conversation. We say most of them they work for private,
Yes,
organization for
now.
US. Even
Mm-hmm.
hospital for them, a private hospital and all
Of
that.
course, yes, yes.
So if they bring their own terms and conditions, you self go bring your own terms and conditions. Not be
Yeah,
say you go just accept anything where they can't give you,
anyway,
can't
just
even
throw to you.
monetize vacation because you
Vacation.
be Jackie will go work 24 hours a day until
This
your
same
house go stop.
this same work, I did my one-on-one with my manager just yesterday here. Glory to God. I didn't even ask. The next question was, are you aware that we are doing the salary increase and review for the year? The added small thing. Now, 5%. What am I trying to say here? Let us try and reason it. I've been bastardized. People call me, some of my friends that know what I do. They say, I have one guy like you. If in your day has not 3 laptop, he go just on. All the 3 they work for them. I say go just on 3 laptop. He say
And
yes.
they say they do IT if you know on 10 laptops at once. Now
I
where
know,
you
but
they work?
he's trying to say that they get 3 jobs. Do you understand? Like
Go they check
one,
this one,
two,
they check
three.
this one, they check
They
this
check
one.
this one, they check that one, just on them. Now me can say, well, that one I own, my own. My company policy we say you not even fit even go for another company without letting them know. And me myself, I wouldn't even want to do that because it will even affect my work history. Because
Yes.
anywhere they
If you
work,
put
I
up
go
on
need
your
to.
CV, you go me say you
Yes,
they do
now.
2 work simultaneously when you know declare.
Thank you. You must update your public profile. And 2, if you get the next job next time, you go show for your background check, and they will ask you how were you working here and working there at the same time.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
So that is very important. Then coming to the lower earners, please permit me to quickly say this. I understand that honestly there are some low earners, okay, that definitely maybe the per hour is low, and because of that they will try to do multiple jobs.
No, Bill, hold on, no. Nursing hours is not low in America. Oh.
No,
People
I not
that
talk
do
of
two nursing
nursing,
jobs,
no, Auntie B, I
no,
not talk of nursing. I'm
but
coming, I not talk of.
a lot of the nurses they do 2 jobs. Now you
Yeah,
make
what,
that they get all
we
those
don't talk
hours.
that part now. We said those one are Gwaligo now. We not talk of, this is not
I
only
like
for
that word,
this one.
Ogwaligo.
Ogwaligo, this one not be
Ogwaligo.
just, this one not be just about nothing. But what I'm saying here, because some people wrote 80 hours, 20 hours. So I wanted to share an idea. That's why I'm saying this. So
Okay.
what I'm saying here is that please, if you have any reason why you are doing 70 hours, maybe those things are what I've seen or heard people should do for a while. Let's say, for instance, there's an emergency need for fund within a short period or something like that. You can do that if you have to. Okay. Then two, even if there's no emergency need, but if you know you can use that to meet your normal life standard you want to live, then think of a pathway to work smart, not harder. Because this life is all about working smarter, not harder. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you need to look for a pathway to upskill yourself. Say I'm collecting, let's say you are getting $21 per hour and you are doing overwork. Then you can say, okay, let me go and do this particular training. My salary can go up to like 35 per hour. And then I will be able to do one job, because it's very important. And finally, even most people that are skilled employees too, I notice one thing. They talk too much. Nigerians, every time I get call, they say I get this contract, that they want something K, I'm a consultant here. Then when they are signing that contract, they will ask them, this contract does not have health package and everything. They will just sign up like that. Just imagine the arrant nonsense. Do you understand me? You don't do that. You don't do that. You must tell them what are the benefits that comes with this job. So those are the things you are interviewing for. Your holiday time, your medical care, your 401k, all these things are very important. You know, they are very important and they will help you. That's why all federal jobs and state jobs, if you look at it, they have good quality package. But most of us don't even look at the job package. We want to see the one where they enter our account. No. How much enter my account this weekend? Right. That is all they are concerned about. So that is it for that. And the person telling you about Nigeria, please just ignore them, because anybody get mad to talk rubbish. Thank God you pinned my comment there. I had a business there. I opened a brand new car rentals years back ago in our hotel. You know, bought a couple of brand new cars. When I came back abroad, now from here, my neighbors, everybody tired for me because my social phone at the chat. Who you pick? They don't pay. That person, you don't write down there. Where car number this? And they look GPS here. That car not there, office there. Rubbish. Criminals everywhere. Criminals everywhere. Criminals everywhere. Sorry to say.
You don't kill me. He say in neighbors, as in you just scream for photo Nigeria, they say, where is the car? They go tell you, car they look GPS, they say car not there the place where when it's supposed to be. They don't know say you put GPS for the car.
I'm telling you, driver go drive, go worry, go do worry wrong. He go test secretary somebody write 2 hours. You understand me? So 2 hours, you go write up per hour. Meanwhile, don't they worry? Can you imagine? Auntie, I beg.
I don't know say you said don't try business for Nigeria before. I think say no let me. We go do another show. One will talk all the businesses when we don't try, all the money when we don't put for there when they shop. They shop your money, clean you out.
Auntie B, right now, na restaurants are they look for. No be joke, as I did today. If you check my search engine today, I don't search for Japanese steak when I want go eat today. The closest one by my side. Because it's the best. It's the best thing to do now. That I can't tell you they cry for one thing when I know they see. God forbid.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Auntie B, enjoy.
Thank you, my brother. I too enjoy your call. I laugh tire. He say in the chat, in anybody else and saying you and somebody they quarrel. Now business for Nigeria, you ship car go there. When they supposed to sell the car don't waka go. Oh my God. Nigeria business, it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of liver. And you need to be on ground. Now, what do you mean learn? My personal experience from my failed business is that if you want to do business in Nigeria, fantastic. But don't establish the business and come and sit in Obodoyibo. Just stay there with the business. That's my own feedback from my own failed business. Andre said, I am sorry, nursing job in the US will pull in 88K. Okay, I don't understand what you're saying. What is it saying? If I do 2 jobs now, 100K. I don't quite understand that. Andres, it seems like you were angry when you are writing that because your English add up. Maybe you write it again so that I can read it properly. All right, welcome, Barry. How are you, sis?
I'm doing well. I'm doing quite well.
You're welcome.
How you doing now?
I'm good, thank you. How
Mm,
body?
We thank God, we thank God, we thank God.
Okay.
This will probably sting some people, uh,
Mm-hmm.
me a little bit,
You know what I like
but
about you? There's something I love about you. No matter how they hype for here, you have this very calming. You remind me of somebody, Gigi, my one of my sisters here in the UK. She's like that. She has this calming, soothing effects. When she talk, everybody go just relax. Now so you be Barry. Once you talk, I'll just relax. Your voice they make me calm. Honestly,
honestly, I dey take life one day at a time.
I'm
Oh,
telling you,
I know they
you just
stress
they too, you
myself.
just they chill. The way you they talk, I they feel it when you they talk like this. Say, oh my God, I go just reduce.
Even my ogas there for office, he says, "Shey Ogabari, that one, they even stress himself
You know
at
the
all.
stress. Even your
Just
speech, they show say you
yeah,
be very calm
so,
person. I love you. Welcome.
thank you. Like I was saying, this will probably sting some people, and I also in the past fall under this category. Some of us bite more than what we can chew. Uh,
Amen.
and what I mean by that is, we yes, I understand we have pressures back home, responsibilities, expectations, and those are contributing factors that have adverse health implications.
Mm-hmm.
But let's come home to the obodoyibo. I think, if I would say, I say, na big eyes sometimes and they do people. I see
Benny.
a family of a man and a woman with one child, two child, and I see them living in a six-bedroom built mansion.
Mm-hmm.
I see some people, uh, I see CNAs driving Range Rovers.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to keep up that
Keep up with
lifestyle,
the Joneses.
keeping up with the Joneses, I have to work my ass off to do that. So that's the thing. Where we'll have to make a choice. Okay, do I want to keep up with the Joneses, or do I have to choose to just, take care of myself, be satisfied, be content, and work my way up gradually? A lot of people who you see, I know a lot of people who started out as CNAs, and some of them didn't have cars. Some of them used, it was bus they used back in the day and everything, and they worked their way up to become NPs, become doctors. And yes, they paid their dues. They can comfortably buy those things. They don't even have to put in so many hours anymore. But you
Mm-hmm.
find that some people, and like what the last caller said, a lot of people who are minimum wage earners,
Fairness. Yeah.
low, you find them, oh, because my neighbor they drive Range Rover, because my
Mm.
neighbor they drive the leather, I need to also buy a
For the Obodo Yibo, they do
2020.
competition again for Obodo Yibo.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing. They don't think about their health. And the thing is, if you don't pay for your mortgage, if you don't pay for your car notes, they repossess these things. They
Of
get it back
course.
from you.
Of course.
So in order to avoid that shame, you
They
know,
will do more hours to
they
cover
have
up.
to do more hours. Oh, I have
I
to work extra
see.
hours in order to do that. So this is just
Hmm.
one. There are so many factors. Even sometimes some people take school loans, they start a program and they can't finish, and they still have to pay some of those loans back. But I feel it boils down to choice and what you feel it's important to you.
Important to you, your
Yeah.
value.
So that is where it comes down to. And it boils down again, choice.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? If you want to go, as I take day now, if I say I want to go, they drive 2022 Range Rover, Evoque, or any of this
And you know the
every
funny thing about all this big, big motor and living on all this big, big
big
house when you don't
houses
need. People when they get the money, no, they agree live for that house.
at
They know they
all,
even won't buy that car.
at
You see,
all.
make I tell you one funny story, Barry, because I love you too much. Everybody they agree with me. Say they say you get therapeutic. Me no get the word before somebody don't give to me for comment. They say your voice is therapeutic.
All right, thank you. And all credits to God. Now God wire me this
Now
way, sha.
I gonna work one job when I just come UK. One bloody Oyibo man. I don't know whether na Scotland he come from or na Wales he come from. Even bloody Northern Ireland he come from. Come tell me say me I dey pollute environment with that car wey I dey drive. Say why
Oh
I no dey
wow.
enter bus. That tell am say you marry. He say no. You got children. He say no. Now I say okay. I can't explain it to you. You won't get it. So,
Yeah,
but I got the message. In they tell me, say, I don't need that car.
yeah,
Say, I can do without that car. I can't explain to her and say, okay, because I get young children, I they walk, I they try to run around. But I didn't lose that. I remember, and this time I'm telling you about is over 10 years ago, but I still
yeah,
remember. So to you go, now do
yeah,
you really need it? How
yeah,
is it contributing to your well-being? You not be saying to show off or to tell person, oh, you both people now then they sabi minds their money. You
yep.
go see them they live like this, they go dey drive one 2K car where they don't get for 50 years.
True.
Go check
A
their
lot,
account.
auntie. A lot of like this, like what you are saying, like a lot of Oyibo people. You go see Oyibo man. You go see him. You go wear one T-shirt like that.
They
This
know they
dude.
put
This
money
is
for clothes. All those
a perfect,
things.
no, a perfect. They should let me give you real life. This is something that this is not what somebody told me. This is something that I see the person. I went to the ATM one day and it's make I go draw my small change.
Mm-hmm.
As I did there now, one guy there in front of me. If you see the guy, you know, the guy just they wearing jeans and slippers and t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
like that. If he lives in my neighborhood and I see him, he has his own business and all that stuff. So now so I can't go now. The guy can't forget, sometimes when you go ATM, the ATM go draw out receipt, you go show you your balance and all that
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes.
The money on as in I never even begin to talk about savings though. As in this was just checking. It was in his name. I saw I think the money that he had in his checking account was like 600 and something thousand something dollars.
No underrate Oyibo
And,
because he wear one great
and
t-shirt. Oh. See Mark
yeah,
Zuckerberg,
I
not
know
only
why
great t-shirt they wear.
as
Hmm.
in as in I don't know whether make I post like this, call the guy saying forgetting receipt because I know those are like confidential information. They know, but I don't just know what I was surprised. And we've had these stories even in the past. The people where they here said, they carry all these things. People like Warren Buffett, then will be billionaires then. I hear
Hmm.
say the guy said the car when they used years ago, he still they
I
use
watched
until
that video.
today.
Yeah, I watched that video. Hmm.
He still they use until today. But
Yeah.
we get big guys. We
Who
always
will
wanna,
reach Amen? Who will
we
come
always
Obodo
wanna
Oyibo tomorrow? Hmm.
I want to wear the latest. I want to wear the latest polo shirt. I want to. You go person house. Literally everything waiting for the person house now. Credit, TV, chair, rug, broom, stick, everything now. Credit, credit, credit. So we have to work to pay off these things, and
Mm.
it's not cool. When I started, there's few things that I use. There's an app called OfferUp. You go to OfferUp, you can get the latest things on OfferUp, and there are also some other apps out there where you can get like fairly used things and they work perfectly well. And the people who sell these things at the end of the day, maybe somebody is relocating from one state to the other,
Oh
and they
yes.
cannot move with those things. They
Hmm.
don't need it anymore. Go
Absolutely.
get that TV, get that fridge. It doesn't minimize, it doesn't bring you down from who you are. You just want to carry that label. Oh, I have the latest this,
Me,
you know.
I don't know. Maybe it's in the US. This is happening, or maybe they do it in London or in the UK. I don't see it. I really don't because see, show off for me, Obodo Yibo. You are showing off. You live in Obodo. You are showing off. Yeah, I'm sorry for you.
We
I'm
got to
sorry
show
for
off.
you.
Oh. We got to
Mm.
show off. Even when we go home now,
I'm
sure you
sorry.
know understand.
Bills not. They are not kind to you. When
Ah,
they come for you, believe it. If you, there's a show here in the US. Thank you very much, my darling sis. I
thank you,
appreciate
Auntie.
you.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
time. I do appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate your contribution every time. Please continue to call in because you calming us down. And I love somebody that calms me down. Now, two people are alive, people that make me laugh and people that calm me down. Because I dey hyper well by nature. See, there's a show here they do in Obodo Yibo. Nneka, I know say you there for UK, so you know this one. If you can't pay, we will take it away. Now they call the show. Now you will come to see where they expose people when they buy things when they no fee afford because their credit is good. They will come buy cars, buy houses, buy this, buy that, designers, everything. For here, but nothing you know if you buy, you go to pay small, small. When you don't keep up with the payment, they will come send bailiff to your house. It's so embarrassing. It is so shameful. Me, I feel say if you come out for Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Port Harcourt, wherever you enter that plane when they carry you come obodoyibo, that show off thing, drop am there. Drop am. They know they show off for obodoyibo. Wetin concern you with showing off? You come here with your head correct. You know wetin you come here for. You come hustle for your better life, for your children, for your future. Who you wan compete with? You wan compete with the people where they get the land, where be say before they reach 21, their children, their parents don't get deposit to put down. And they work for one area in the UK, in London here, where we say all of them don't pay off their mortgages already. I'm talking about people in their 80s, 70s. Their children, now inheritance that they come into. Inheritance. What do you get? What do you get? Mortgage where we say you still get 40 years to pay up, 30 years to pay up. Now you want to do gra. So now I don't understand why person go come here, come they do show off. Then you want show off for Obodoyibo. Our people make go borrow ourselves sense. So we'll be immigrants. Immigrants. If you don't know the meaning of immigrants, I better go find out. Some of us come here with plane. Some come here inside sea. Some come here inside anyhow. They enter one country to another country to another country. Our journey different to reach here. All for survivor. So you reach here, you don't forget where you come from. Now you are doing competition. With who? For what? Unpe. Mama Jojo, you're welcome, my sister.
Yep. Hello, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm good, sis. You're welcome. How are you?
I miss you, girl. I can't wait for your show, man. I'm addicted to you, though.
Thank you, sis.
I will come and see. I'm taking my vacation. I have a lot of vacation time. I'm planning. I will put
take
you
them. Take them.
You.
Please take them.
Okay. What I was going to say, Auntie B, first of all, some of these things are due to when people come to America, where they land, where they go to, right? Like some people, like when you come from Africa, some people tell you the only job that you can do here is a nursing home job or this job or that job. So when you enter that job and you're making 80 hours every day, you're making like $2,500 a day and you have a degree, when to leave that kind of a job, it will be difficult because when you go to the banking job, sometimes they will tell you, oh, we can only pay you half of that every 2 weeks. So because of that, too, some people will be like, I don't want to switch. And number two, to be, it says like people are living above their means. I will tell you a quick story. One of my friends, she's Nigerian, right? When her daughter turned 16 years old, she bought a $35,000 car for the girl on credit. So when I went out to her and I said,
credit.
Yes,
she bought this $35K. Does the daughter have a house?
She lives in an apartment, right? So
when she owned or rented?
She doesn't own an apartment. When she
sorry, Mama Jojo, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, sis.
Yes, so when
but
she
I need let's say something about that. You see, this is where the priorities get twisted. You are buying your child a 35. Kuku trust my pikin. She's even more frugal than me. My sister, they count in coins. Now you go tell you say no. So you've not put down a deposit for something that will appreciate. Now car is the first thing that you think of to give your daughter a $35,000 car as gift. A car that depreciates as you drive it from the factory or wherever it is, the showroom or wherever you go to get it from, it's going to depreciate. If you sell it that the next day, you're not going to get the money back. But this is our people. It's all about showing off. For you to show people that I gave my daughter this expensive car. Oh my God.
So back to the story. She was my daughter's classmate, right? So I said to her, what you need, I said when she called me to tell me, because in America, when you buy a car, you get like 3 days to return it if you don't want it, they can give you 3 days to return it, and they can give you your full money. So
Yeah.
when she brought the car to me, she said, Mama Jojo, come outside and see something. And when I went outside, I saw this car. And I said to her, I said, I called her. I said, it's beautiful. And I said, how did you pay for it? She said, oh, it's $33,000. And then I said, and then my daughter at that time, and to be, I will call and tell you my story one day. My daughter, now being our classmate, my daughter, they all were happy for the car. And I said to her, I called her in, I said, I don't hate you. I said, I have a business and I work for the World Bank. This is my income. I don't hate you. I don't have any jealousy towards you. I love you with the love of Christ. I'm the most honest person you will meet. I said, what you can do is take this car back. I said, I will never do this. Take this car back. Get a $7,000 car for this girl. And the $28,000 you can buy an apartment complex or like a little duplex and put it towards it. And this girl can rent it out. And people can pay, like, if you get like a 2 complex here, you put $35,000 down. You can get like 2 renters to pay for it. And they pay the mortgage. And this girl can take that money, the profit, and pay for the $7,000 car. Then you have people working for you. NTB, you wouldn't believe it. My daughter turned against me. Our community of friends turned against me because
even your daughter didn't stand by you, Mama Jojo.
But NTB, guess what happened? Because you see what happened, NTB, the thing is, we can't blame some of these people though. NTB, if I will tell you my story one day.
Yeah.
When my daughter got to 9th grade to go to high school, when I look at my financial plan and I knew I didn't have any 401k, I had 16 credit cards and all of those things. I phoned this man online called Dave Ramsey, and I follow his plan, and I pay off my debt, and I begin to live on a budget. So all of the things that other people were doing with their kids on credit, I could not do it. So like I was by myself.
It was enticing to her.
Yeah, and she was young and I was by myself, right? I was by myself. So I could not afford all of these things. Like if they're going this late. And the thing is, so like sometimes this lady who was sending her daughter to Spain or something, someday she'll call me to her house. She said, Mama Jojo, can you credit me $300? And then I will credit her the money, right? She will pay me back. I said, don't pay me back because we are friends. But then when my daughters begin to turn against me, I said, but you see, this woman comes and credit money from me. But she's doing all of this.
Credit. Your life is all about your credit history in this part of the world.
People, let me tell you something
today.
Don't be foolish. Let me tell you something today. My daughter now, when she gets her paycheck, Mom, I got this money. How do I spend this money? Mom, I got this. What do you want me to do?
What happened with the car? Was she able to make the payments?
Then when COVID came, they repossessed the car.
Yeah, see shame.
They repossessed the car, and guess what, NTB? Most of them today, they tell me I'm wise. Because NTB, you cannot blame these people too. It's a pressure though. If you don't know who you are and what you want, that's why I don't go around most people in my Liberian community. If you see my friends are people that are trying to be debt-free, that are people that take their vacation, they are quality people. Because you can't blame them, because it's a mindset thing that it's a competition. And I didn't come to America to be in competition with anybody. I have my goals and I have my plans. So I cannot live the life that you live. I even had a friend, he has a degree in social work. So I said, why don't you go for your master's degree and stop working 16 hours every day in the group home? I said, a group home job is less challenging, but you're working 16 hours every day, you're getting older. So you can take one class at a time or 18 months at a time because you have a lot of free time at a group home when the kids are sleeping or whatever. He told me the money at the group home is more than getting a master's degree. I said, but if you get a master's degree in social work, you'll be working 8 hours and making the same money as working 16 hours and being away. So that's how they rationalize it.
I understand you, my darling sister. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate you. Let me tell you something, Mama Jojo. Let me move on because I still got quite a lot of people. Obviously, a lot of people are interested in this conversation. So when my Esther got her first car. She's a very good girl. I must say that. Esther is a very, very good girl. If you are a mother of boys and girls, you understand that some girls, because some of my friends still tell me that girls are very challenging. But my Esther she's an angel. We have our fights, but she has her head very screwed on properly. So she was going to get her first car. When she was going to get her first car, I took her to go and get her first car. When she finished university, she finished her law degree. And I was the one that took her to go and get her first car. And she got a car that was, it's not a banger, but it's not an expensive car. It's not an expensive car. It's a car that you can service. We're looking at things like, how can she manage the petrol or the gas, as you call it in the US? Can she pay for the road tax? Because we have a lot of taxes we pay for cars here. We pay road tax, which you guys don't pay. Can she service it? If there's any fault, these are all the things we took into consideration. She was the one, that was Googling cars and everything. Then went and I got her that car and I paid for it. She used it for like 5-6 years. In fact, the car was crying. Even me, I was crying for the car. I said, Esther, free this car now. This car has tried. She was using this car. Eventually, before she now bought the car she's driving now, which is a BMW. She bought it brand new and everything. But she could afford it. Then she was in law school. And, she didn't have a lot of money. She was doing work that they were not even paying her more than £1,000 a month. So, how is she going to afford to pay for that kind of car? So I don't understand why Africans would think that you come to the diaspora, you show off, you use your children to show off, you use this to show off. At the end of the day, when they come to repossess, now you go they cry. Shame. The humiliation. All the money you paid is gone down the drain because you couldn't keep up payment. Cut your coat according to your size. I feel like, we need to say that, but we are talking about people working themselves to an early grave because of keeping up with the Jones and the Joneses. That is what we're talking about. People doing 100 hours a week. 1 week alone, only you 100 hours. Kilo day. You want to kill yourself? I beg you. No delete yourself. Money is good, but good health is better. Bumi, you're welcome. Hello, sweetheart.
We are counting down to this our birthdays. Our birthday.
All of una one I no go attend one I dey hear me for here. I dey see
I
with corner eye.
We can't do Canada version. We always
na corner eye I tell the look una. No
Zoom
wahala.
day and TV. You go do one for Zoom too. We go attend. I want
No
to
go let Zoom.
So I want to start by saying that I used to have that thought process because, like Mama Jojo said, when you come and you're not mixing with the right set of people that because I came to Canada as a student, so my mindset was that I will get a job and I'll be working. I'd already planned, and I'm the first daughter, so like I had to make some of my school fees back to relieve my parents of. Long story short, work because one thing has to give. So I started looking at people that are successful long term. People that I again, another mistake that I see in our community that we start comparing ourselves. That I'm 30 years old, and you see somebody that was born in this land or that migrated 30, that is third generation. You be comparing them that you guys are the same age, and they have houses, but these people, they have generational wealth. Like you were saying, some of these people, their parents have paid for their school fees. They don't have loans, they don't have mortgages. So I wasn't thinking like that, but just like, if you can do it, I can do it. But the way it was not working. So I was like, okay, let me step back. So I stepped back. I said, you have to invest in yourself. How are you going to invest in yourself? In your health, in your mental well-being. And you also have to make sure that you study so that you're able to get jobs that you can pick and choose. You're not looking at the cash flow. It's an investment. We don't look at it as an investment. That is the problem. So I think another thing that not disqualifying efficiency in Canada, they can tax you for everything. Tax there. Everything.
I know Shasana that pay taxes reach us for here.
Auntie B, we get carbon tax. We get tax when salary come. Tax they remove from my salary before it enters. So I'm like, if I work all this extra hours, it will first push me it will move me to a certain income tax bracket. So they'll be charging me more tax than what they're charging me. And then some of the benefits that I might qualify for, I might not qualify for because
the more you earn, the more taxes you pay.
Thank you. And then
because they have tax brackets. So the higher you earn, the higher tax brackets you are in.
So you are losing time you're losing time because every day is gone. You're not going to get that. It took me a long time to reset my mind. You have lost that day. You did not do what you wanted to do. You know, I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to spend with my child. I don't have time to do with my family because I'm doing extra hours and I'm still paying more tax. I said, no, it can't happen like that. I have to invest in myself. I have to work smart, like Bio said, not work hard. So if we don't change our mindset, how are you going to not work 80 hours? Or I don't even know how people do it, but that's the problem, is the mindset. We are thinking of cash, we are thinking of now. Also, another problem that because everything is on credit, you can even buy clothes. You can buy coat from Hudson Bay, like how you guys River Island. You can buy a coat that maybe normally you just pay $100 or £100. You can buy it here and pay 3 times, 4 times. Why are you going to buy a coat that you can pay for $100 cash? You can't be paying 3 times because everything has now been made easy and it's spoiling our credit. In the long run, you cannot buy a house because you have spoiled your credit. Before you rebuild your credit, it takes time. That weighs into your children's generation. People are not thinking long term. That's the problem. But no, it's not it at all. To work 40 hours is, I think 36 to 40 hours is the ideal. Anything you want to do should be on your business or your side hustle that will probably increase your generational wealth and your children's wealth. That's all I want to say.
Bumi, what do you have to say to people that are doing 100 hours, 80 hours, 108 hours, like some people told us they were doing, and they're listening
Hey,
now? What do you go advise them? I beg.
my
Tell them.
people, please first look at it this way. This time that you are spending at work, it's not going to give you anything other than they can rely on you for extra shift. If they want to fire you, they will fire you. First of all, they don't have any loyalty to you. Secondly, that money you are using, that you are spending, or you are trying, you're gaining, or you are making, quote and unquote, you're not going to benefit from it because you have lost the most important thing, your time. Time is money, so you have to spend that time on building yourself, your portfolio with your family, especially if you have a family, because your children will not remember those Gucci, designer, whatever you're buying. Is the time, is that you were not there for them. Your partner will not remember that you are able to pay the bills. Is that you are not there for them when they need you. And most especially your health. It will tell on you. When you're supposed to be looking 40, you are looking like 60 because you have wasted time in the office, under the basement, cleaning people's sheets. I'm not talking specifically to a number. I'm just saying those hard jobs are the ones that you have to look after people, and it takes a lot from you. So please, let's reconsider. Think long term. Thank you, Auntie B.
Thank you so much, my darling Bumi. I can't love you less. You are amazing. God bless you for your wisdom. Olu, you are next. How are you, sis? You're welcome. Oh, Olu has
Hey,
just gone
Auntie
off. What
B.
happened to Olu? Are you there?
I'm here. I was trying
Oh,
to unmute myself.
okay. You back on. Okay, you're welcome, sis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you as well?
Not too bad. What do you say
Th-
about people not having time for their health? Our people are dropping like chicken because they are not caring about their blood, their blood tests, their high blood
Thank,
pressure. A lot of people have underlying and undiagnosed illnesses that they don't even know about until they advance because they
thank
are
you.
walking and not having any medical attention.
Thank you for this topic. It's a very good one, a very great one that we need at this time. I think a lot of things are factors to why our people work so much hours. And number one that I personally think is that we don't really have a financial education that is needed. A lot of us don't have any financial education. We don't understand what the implication of what we do will translate into. Let me give you an example. So you get to obodooyinbo and then you started working and you want to buy a house. Do you calculate what percentage of your income will go into that paying of the mortgage of that house? No, people don't do that. They just want to buy a big house. Let me buy this big house. And the most unfortunate thing about that is that the moment you are stuck on the mortgage, you are stuck. So people now start working 2-3 hours to pay up the mortgage, the car note, we call it car note here in Canada, the car note, and some other things that they've acquired when they newly came. They will not calculate what it will translate into. before they go into it. So when we wanted to buy our house, when we got to Canada, and in less than a year, we were thinking about buying our house. And one thing that came to my mind was to tell my husband that we need to ensure that one person's salary is enough to cover for all the house expenses, so that at some point we won't be under pressure. And that is what we went for.
Absolutely. That makes so much sense. So that in case, God forbid, if one person's job is gone,
in less
you
than
can still
6
pay your
months,
mortgage.
and to be in less than 6 months, I lost my job.
You see?
I fidgeted. I was afraid. I was frightened, but
you see,
we didn't even feel anything. It didn't even seem like I lost my job. And then at some point, my husband wanted to go to school. So I was the only one working, and he was, working Uber, doing some other things to support. And we weren't under pressure. We were able to pull through. So these are the things that, this is why I said financial education, financial knowledge is number one thing we need to engage in, so that we will understand that this is the implication of this thing that I want to purchase at this time. I'm paying a car note. I have a new car, but I got the car after I've spent some quite amount of money trying to repair I bought a used car the first time. It wasn't good. I bought a used car the second time. It wasn't good. And then I told myself that I don't think used car is for me. Let me buy a new car.
You can buy a new car, but
and
buy the one
use
you
it
can
for
afford.
like 10 years. I purchased it like, yes, it's something I can afford. I didn't go out of my way. I didn't buy Range Rover. I calculated it, and as I was looking for the car, I said, this is my budget. This is the range that I want to pay. They were giving me other options. I said, no, this is what I want. I don't want to be under pressure. I don't want to be doing 2, 3, 4 jobs because I want to pay these bills. And this is what I stick to. And I plan to use that car till the car drop dead.
You will use your money out of that car.
I will finish my money on the car. And another thing that happens around this area is that they will be calling you after like 2 years that I got the car. They were calling me to come and pick another one.
Yes,
I said, no, thank you. I've not even explored everything about this car finish. You want me to come and carry another one? Thank you, I don't want. So these are the things. Yeah, these are the things that get our people stuck. And they will be telling them, don't worry, we will do these things to suit you. And all those will not make them calculate the implication, and then they go into it. By the time they realize it, they are stuck. So they want to do 2, 3 jobs at the same time.
Why are our brothers especially not going to the doctors to do their medical checks?
They don't see a need for it. That is the problem. A lot of us, if we are not having headache, body pain, we don't see a need for checkup.
So thank you very much.
Checkup is free, and I make sure that I do a complete body check every year. I do it. Even my doctor will send me a reminder at the beginning of the year that it's time for your checkup. So that is it. I want to quickly tell you my story. I put it in a comment, but I wanted to tell you my story. So 2019, my mom called me, and she was like, come and do something in Nigeria. So I said, okay, I want to do something. What is it? She said
that I bought land for a hostel.
Yes.
Okay, I saw it.
She said I should come and do it. I said, what is the budget? She told me 10 million will finish everything. And I was like, okay, I have savings. Okay, 10 million should be fine. And my husband is, whatever you want to do is okay. He will not be against it. He will not support. He will not say I support it. He will not say I am against it. So I told him, he said, okay. So I went ahead and I started sending them money. And then we passed 10 million. This thing is not done. So nobody advised me. I was the one that sat down this year, and I'm like, enough. All the time that I was sending that money, I was giving my children basics, but I was not able to do like I would have loved to do.
How long have you been doing that hostel project now, my sister?
It's 2019. I started late 2019.
And how much have you put in it?
In Naira, it's about 14 million.
No, we're talking about Naira. Yeah, Naira, 14 million.
Yes.
And where is it now in terms of completion? How many percentage would you say?
Well, they were able to do 16 rooms. And as at now, 9 rooms is complete. And I have 7 rooms left to finish up.
Yeah.
So, but I told myself that if I can do that within 2 years, I should be able to at least spend like $5,000 on my family to do for vacation and the good things that we want to do.
Yeah.
So this year, man, I'm taking a break. We are going on trips. I would honestly, that is it. So we, as a people, we need to now start learning financials. Financial education is very important. Thank you, Auntie B.
Thank you, Olu. Always appreciate your call. Olu, I saw the comment Olu put in that video, this same video that I'm talking about, the brother who worked in Central Atlantic. He said, my mom told me to go and buy land to build a hostel near a higher education university in Nigeria. They say it's 10 million. She says she's been putting money on it since 2019. It's not completed yet, and she's putting her life on. I mean, we talked about this a lot. I don't want to, rehash or, go over what we said before. I'm not saying don't invest. My point is, do not put your life on hold because of one investment. Okay? Don't live your life while you're investing. Live, don't be flamboyant, but live a normal life. Enjoy your life. Do not deprive your children, especially because I don't know how you're going to explain it to your children. It's because of one hostel I'm building in Nigeria. That's why you couldn't get, the best. That's why I can't take you where I want to take you because I'm building hostel. I don't understand it. People do it. They see value in it. I will never. We are different. That's how it is. Junior, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Not too bad. What do you have to say, dear?
I just want to mention an area that I don't think a lot of people have touched base yet. Personally, I've been listening to a lot of people, and I think that money in of itself is contagious. So what I mean by that is that a lot of people, they want to maintain the same consistency. So the more they work and the more they see this paycheck, they want to maintain that consistency. I think that is what the force is right here. Like what drives people to actually want to do these 2-3 jobs. I mean, I've listened to BO and Barry and other people speak, and I think BO had mentioned something about there is no reason why people should be working 40 hours. There is actually like few reasons why people do it. I think he did mention about people working maybe minimum wage jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, but the truth of the matter is that it all boils down to individual personality. We can sit here and talk about this till the cows comes home. People are still going to do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
So people are still going to do what they want to do. So it is very important to work smart. People can invest back home if they want to do the same. But the truth, the fact that people can live in the diaspora and they are competing with other people, like seriously, who are you competing with? The white people, the Muslims, or just your fellow Nigerians? Like, why? Why are you doing that? Like, seriously, like, competition in the diaspora, who cares? Like, you can be driving Range Rover and I'm driving Honda or whatever.
Somehow I feel attacked. Everybody keeps calling me Range Rover. Why is everybody calling Range Rover? I drive a Range Rover. There's nothing wrong in it if you can afford it.
Exactly. There is nothing wrong with it if you can afford it. But it goes back to the fact that, let's say you have a neighbor and you're driving Range Rover and he's driving a different vehicle and he's aiming that he or she's aiming that, okay, they could get that Range Rover and they have to apply for 2-3 jobs because they want to get that. And you don't even know that they are trying to be in a competition with you. Exactly. To me, it's just worthless and priceless. There is no need to get into all that. And I was listening to you saying that some people drop in debt and stuff like that. And honestly, one thing that I've seen is the fact that statistically, if you look at the amount of people that actually work the 2-3 jobs, it is not because they are underpaid. It is not because they are getting paid very low. They are actually getting paid very well. Okay, so it goes back to what I said before. This is the contagiousy of, I made this money maybe I make $5,000 a month. I make almost $6,000 a month. So you don't want that value to go down. You want to continue to have that every 2 weeks or every week, no matter what you get paid. So the driving force is there. You want to be able to live good life. Like vacation, my goodness, like try and take a vacation and rest. I'm actually doing that very soon because you don't know what tomorrow holds. Like you don't want to build all this empire and someone else will enjoy your sweat.
Amen.
So you don't want to
Amen.
do that. So it is very important to work smart. It is very important to make sure that yes, we have sometimes I understand the reason why people have to do two jobs. Don't get me wrong. If you have maybe single moms or maybe even if you're not single mom, sometimes you're just starting a family, but don't do it for a very long time because it does wear you out. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you spend so much time at work and you don't even have time for your family, which is not the main goal. So I'm just going to leave it here by saying we should work smart and we should uh, work to live and not live to work.
Thank you very much, Junior. Thank you for your call. Fatima, you are next. We are rounding up now. Oh my Escona, I see you, my darling. I see you in the comment section. You say I shouldn't feel attacked. I do. I feel attacked. No, I'm joking. I don't actually. Because this is my third Range Rover. So not be today. I did drive them. If I can't afford it, at least they for repossess the first or the second one. Abi. But I never repossess anyone till today. So I'm good. I'm just joking. Fatima, welcome. What do you have to
Hello,
say?
hello, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, you calling from Germany?
No, I'm in Wales.
Ah, okay. Welcome, my Welsh sister. What do you have to say?
Yes. Well, it's just concerning the health issue when you work here because my experience is I used to work lots of hours, Auntie B. All of a sudden, one day, I just started losing weight. I just started losing weight. I went from 12 stone to 8 stones.
Okay, was that because you didn't have time to eat?
I don't know. I don't know because my body was tired or what. I don't know. So even when I take my son to school, the teachers, everybody looking at me.
Mm-hmm. It's
And then
stress.
the health,
Sometimes stress can
yeah,
make you lose weight.
the health
Mm.
teacher asked me, Miss Thomas, Fatima, are you okay? I said, yes, I'm fine. And when I came, I phoned my doctor. I insist I phoned my doctor. When I went to see my doctor, my sugar level was 29.
Jesus is Lord. What does that mean medically? I didn't go to medical
It's
school.
like it's like I'm almost diabetic. I'm going into coma.
So you are eating chicken and chips every day and not eating healthy, and you're not exercising.
I'm
Nothing.
not exercising. We're just like so. The doctor said we need to send you in straight away. You gonna have you going into coma. So I said I
Mm-hmm.
can't go. I can't go to hospital because I don't have anybody to leave my son with.
Mm-hmm.
But they monitors me, and I used to go to the diabetic clinic every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks until I have to change my lifestyle. I have to reduce my hours, working. I said, no, I don't need this. But thank God, after my lifestyle, drop of shifts, drop my hours, I'm fine now. I'm back to normal.
Mm.
It's just like, doing too many hours or not looking after your health, you can die without knowing. Walking dead.
Yeah. How many hours were you doing then when you were
Oh
losing
my
weight?
God. I would do because I was doing nursing assistance. I would work for agency, go to the NHS work. I was just working and working and working and to be so. But now,
Mm.
guess what? That's why I'm saying I'm doing 66 hours a month. I'm doing 16 hours now.
You're doing how many hours now? 66. So
Six,
you do six
six.
hours how many hours a week?
I do 6 hours a day,
6 hours a day. Okay, that's all
three
right.
days a
That's all
week.
right. Okay.
That's
So you're
that's
taking your
it.
health very serious now
Oh
because of the health
yeah, and
care
then
that you
I
got.
had the COVID. I couldn't breathe properly. My legs were dead on me. So
Why were you working so many hours? Was it because did you have a project or is it because of family pressure?
I had a project. And that project, they even ripped me off on that project. I look at that. I said, no, my life, my child life is more important. I built a 4-bedroom house back home,
Mm.
and I don't even know. They're taking it off me because I built it on my brother land.
They took it off you.
Yes.
Oh my
And
God. But it's your brother. Did you not have his consent before you started building?
yes, he did. We did, but he turned against me. So I give it back to them. I said you can have it.
That's all right. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's
So
okay. You see, that's the
yeah,
problem. What country are you from, Fatima?
me, I'm from Sierra Leone.
So your brother took your house because you put it on his land, and now,
Yeah,
after
yeah,
working all those hours, oh my God.
yeah, and that was my mother idea. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. So you're
but it's
focusing on
okay.
yourself and your child here
Oh
now,
yeah, yeah.
live your
Oh,
best life in Wales,
oh, that's what I'm doing. My mom every
Yeah.
time she tell you, "Are you coming home?" I say, "I'm not coming home. I will come home when
Mm,
I'm ready."
yeah.
I'll come
Yeah.
home when I'm ready. You know, right
Yeah.
now it's just that I'm
Don't
just
fight.
taking.
Don't fight. Don't
No,
fight
I'm not
him over it.
fighting. I'm
Let
not
them not
fighting.
delete you because
No, I'm
back
not fighting.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
let him take it. Let him take it. You know what? Sometimes when you look at it here, my friend in
Yeah.
Nigeria was telling me today that in Abuja, because I have a very close friend that we talk almost every day, and she lives in
Mm-hmm.
Abuja. We were friends before I came here. And she told me that for the past 3 days, yeah, they don't have
Mm.
electricity.
Wow.
If you see her, you know that she's stressed. She's fanning herself. She has this block bottle of water she's drinking. And she's like, Bridget, I don't know what to do. The heat
It's
is killing me. It's very
stressful.
hot at this time of the year, and there's no light
Yeah.
for you to even, generate, some cooling fan or AC and all that. So what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say with that is that no matter what, taking the house, you still live a better quality of life
Ah,
than
I'm
home.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
okay. And that's not
yeah.
even that. My first two
Mm.
line I bought, it just went like that. You know,
Even the
when I
land, only
even
you.
because I've been here now. I've been in the UK now 20 years. I bought my first land in 2004.
Mm.
Less than 6 months, my sister said, "Oh, the person there was two people claiming the land, blah blah blah." Up to today, nothing. So
So they do
I
all
just,
this mago in Sierra Leone too. I thought it's
I
only
just,
Nigeria.
I just gave up now. What God doesn't do, it's not meant for
Mm.
you. I just gave
Yeah.
up. I'm just gonna
Forget
focus
about
on
Sierra
myself.
Leone.
Oh
Face your
no.
life here, my sister.
I know.
Mm.
So now I don't send money for anybody apart from my mom. I send her 50 pounds every month, but the rest of that I don't send money for anybody.
You don't
Nobody.
owe them anything. They're
I don't
adults.
owe them anything.
If
I'm
they
just
can
living
take
my
your land
best
and take
life.
your house, then let them fend for themselves. They are all greedy anyway.
And my mom asked, "So are you coming to Bay?" I said, "No, I'm going to buy a house in another country. Never any
Mm.
African country now."
Mm. Thank you, my
Yes.
darling.
I know.
Mm.
Thanks, Auntie B, for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome, my darling. Enjoy your life, my dear. Enjoy. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life, Fatima. Leave Sierra Leone alone. Buy 2 land. They take. Build house that she almost deleted herself because of hours, working shift. The mother said she should build house in the land that her brother owns. Now, after building house, the brother now came now and said, it's my house. Can you imagine? When I say it here that God should not allow us to labor for other people, it seems as if, oh, what's this woman saying? You see, this is an example. This is not Nigeria or Syria alone. So you see, Africa, fear them all. The fear of Africans in Africa is the beginning of wisdom, my people. Mm. Fatima, please enjoy your life. Oh. Forget about Sierra Leone. Enjoy your life here. Mm. Carol John, you're welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Where you join us from and what do you have to say, sis?
I'm calling from Connecticut, US. So it's
Mm-hmm.
funny that you're bringing up this show. Thank you so much for educating us. I think sometimes we have to look at the other way of people we surround ourselves with in terms of educating ourselves about financial wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes because we don't have those people or access to those people,
Mm.
it becomes a problem that what we are seeing on TV is all these flashy cars, flashy life, and all those things. So, but when you know someone who is financially sound, those people, they don't show off. You can sometimes when you're on the street with them, you can hardly tell.
Absolutely.
So, and I think that is what our society lacks. And
Mm-hmm.
also, our society also, Nigeria, we love to show off. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, this, we all grew up with it. And this is something we will get out of it. Is going to take time and education.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm an ER nurse. So this morning, an 89-year-old, they called for cardiac arrest. She was preparing herself to go to work, 89.
Is it Oyibo or black person?
Black woman. So
she's working at 89.
Yes. So she was. I'm telling you.
Sorry, I'm laughing, but I don't know, because I'm sorry, Carol, because I was having this conversation with my sister, my big sis in the US. I told her, I said, at 60, me, when you see so, I dey retire. It's 10 years I'm giving myself to work and I'm going to retire. I'm not working longer than 60. So when you say that somebody who is 89 years old,
yes,
they bring her in because she's working, that's why I have to laugh. I beg. Is she trying to delete herself? I beg. What is she looking
honestly, because I'm in ED emergency room. So when they brought this lady, I swear, when I saw the cardiac CPR look, is called Lucas. So that thing that like it's a compressor on the chest of this lady, 89 years old. She doesn't have hair on her head. There was nothing.
It's stress.
And
when
then
you are working, when you work to 80 years old, what do you expect that you will have? Even the hair down there self don't shave by itself.
I'm telling you. And the son was living with her. And I said it's so sad because she was trying to support her son. So this is the issue that we have.
Supporting her son?
Yes.
Why?
Well, it happens mostly here. It happens that you have parents who are supporting their children.
Back home in Africa or here?
Here in the US. Here in the US.
So I'm sorry, my sister. It's not like I'm squeezing you. I just want to get more context. So I want to assume that the son is an adult.
Yes.
Is he on substance or is he ill mentally?
But you have some kids. This is a problem. You have some parents that spoil their kids.
I see.
Yeah, and when they do that, this is the outcome of it. So the son now is living with her in the same house. So the stress now is on the mom to make sure that she's providing for her son. So in order to do that,
I'm already anyway. Oh Jesus! You said it now. They are spoiling their children. You see, I thank God for my daughter Esther. She's such a good role model. And whenever all these that her brothers will start, I say, look at her. Just keep looking at her, because once you finish university, if you come back to this house, it's for you to get your job and you get out to go and start your life. I didn't stress my parents. You cannot stress me. No child of mine can delete me. I did not delete my parents. But if you allow your children to be lazing around and you want to carry them all your life at 80 something you are working, then that's on you. Sorry.
It's terrible. And then I felt so bad. We were working on this lady. Nothing. And we couldn't even get the so-called son, to be honest. By the time we were working,
is she a single parent?
Yes, she was. So I'm telling you, when the doctor were trying to contact the son, we couldn't, because we're tired. We're working on someone for 1 hour, 89 years old. The whole thing is compressing on her
chest. You can tell that he's not a responsible human being.
I felt so bad. I was reevaluating my life. I said, this life is nothing. Every time I see this kind of
they talk for this platform all the time, someone I know delete myself for children. They go say, some people go say, how you go to talk like that? You know, be mother. Me, delete myself for children. I will do everything I can to support you, give you good education. Whatever you choose to do with your life is your own damn business. Me, no picking go make me enter AR, say I dey work for 80 years. Good job. I too like life.
Auntie B, and that is another issue in our society. And if you look at those people that their son are deleting, is because of this whole issue. And this is an example now, 89-year-old with the son living with her, working hard for the son, and now she had a cardiac arrest. That's it.
That's it now. Yeah. You go delete now. If you delete, did she survive?
No, she didn't. I mean, we were working on her. Her pressure was like 40 to 30 at that time. We're tired. I mean, we'll give her epinephrine.
I don't understand America. I still struggle to understand that in our country. Who employs an 89-year-old woman?
A lot of
for
people,
what kind of job?
Well, they do. Care home. She was in a care home.
89 are supposed to be carer patients themselves. Which one be saying they work there? She is supposed to be a resident in a care home.
I know. And for her to wake up that early, for her to have a cardiac arrest, she was getting ready to go to work.
Maybe she wanted to walk herself to an early grave. This is what we mean.
Yeah,
and she did. She succeeded. So you're just giving us an example of somebody who literally walked herself to an early grave.
She did. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's terrible. So, I'm so glad. God bless you and your family for educating us. I think when with your education, we'll be aware, we'll get there, but it's going to take time.
I beg, live your life, love your children, do your best for them, but don't delete yourself for children. I'm telling you, don't.
Thank you
Everybody
so much.
come their life, oh. Now everybody come this their life, oh. You see your totolari, including your children. I'm telling you.
It's true. Thank you
It's
so
because
much,
of what
Auntie
I've
P.
seen. You see, children, what I've seen from other people, now I tell them, say, I'm not deleting myself. I tell my children every day. If you think me, I will delete myself for you, you joke. Ni. I'll live my life. I will give you the resources that you need. I will equip you. I will make sure you go to school. I will give you everything you need. But if you choose not to live, to be responsible adults, and you are on your own, I beg you.
Thank you so much, Auntie B.
Thank you, Carol. God bless you for giving
Thank
us that perspective. I really, really appreciate your call. No, no, here. He dey work, 89 years old. Wetin remain for 100? They remove 89 from 100. Wetin remain? He dey work because he want to get money. 89 years old, you still dey work for Kenhun when you say supposed to be Kenhun resident because of one useless son wey no one dey responsible. I beg you. Sometimes you need to be selfish as a parent because some of these children they selfish. If not that the son was selfish, why would you expect your mother, who is 89 years old, to be working? I think she's worked all her life in America. She don't work. Somebody they tell me say they're full Walmart, 89, 80 years old. I will never understand America. Me never see 80-year-old whether they work for here. I'm not gonna lie. I see them in charity organizations. In my line of work, I see them, they do charity work. But paid employment here, we have a retirement age. I don't see anybody where go give contract to somebody that is 80 to be working here. Me, really? I've never seen it. Please, Oluwatoyin, you dey UK with me now. Now you are going to call now anytime I need question. Children, when they want to delete their parents, not be me. Read me. Now no see me. Ni kole walk. Kole work. And you know what I tell my children? I say, I didn't delete my parents. You cannot delete me. Koleshe, kosheshe. It's not possible. No way. And I tell my children all the time, you have better opportunities. You are here. Me, I grew up in a village where we have to go and fetch firewood. We go to fetch water in the stream. 4 a.m. we wake up. And we have to be in school by 7:30. Otherwise, Mr. Ezio is waiting with his cane to flog you. If you don't get to school by 7:30, even though they woke me up around 4:30 to go to stream, what is your excuse? You there obodoyibo, me like this where I take my 2 leg waka enter obodoyibo. I won't cocky myself, they work for you at 80 something. Could it happen? No go happen. Not be me. I not be that kind of mama. I love my children. I'll do anything for them. But then there's a point where you need to say, you gotta be responsible. If you're not there responsible for your life, get out. Le baton, not be fights. I beg. Amaya, my darling, how are you, love?
I am doing well.
You know your story of 89-year-old where they work.
I hear, but you know that some of these old people here in America, some of them, they are retired and all, but some of them like to work. They insist on work because that's to keep their to keep being social, because they like to talk to people. That's why some of them work in Walmart as greeters. It's just to keep them, their mind busy because they can't sit still. Some of them come from old people's homes to work in Walmart. So I think that's why some of them
You can be in old people's home and you're working.
Yeah, there's some people who are still very active and want to remain social and be able to interact with people. Yeah, they give them jobs, but it's not like the typical 40-hour a week type job they do. So maybe 10 hours a week.
When you don't bend, all your bones don't weak. You can't work out with Zima friend. Some
of them, they're just greeters. They do anything. They just stand at the door.
Find somebody else to greet. I don't greet nobody at 80. I beg.
I know, but
waka.
Yeah, because they don't have there's no age discrimination for employment. I think they put it into law a while back. Because there are some old people that were angry that they were
America is so different from Europe. I'm telling you, completely different.
Yeah, so they went to court and they said, okay, no company should discriminate again based on age. So that's why you see a lot of old people working in certain places, So, and some of them said, when you see them, they are very strong. Some of them are very, but it's just the system here, it's the way it works for them. So now this topic, I think that the problem I see here, the root of the problem is that as Nigerians, and I'm only speaking for Nigerians because I'm Nigerian and that's what I've seen, they have an abusive relationship with money. That's the problem that I see.
I like
And the
that word.
issue, yes,
Abusive relationship with money.
yes.
Expatiate on that. Let's hear you.
Okay, so the reason why I say that is, back home, there's this tendency of wanting to outdo the next person. There's this comparison constantly
Mm-hmm.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to be, I better pass my neighbor. Remember that generator name? Everybody wants to be better than their
I
neighbor.
pass my neighbor. I
I
pass
pass
my neighbor.
I pass my neighbor.
Mm.
Exactly. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
like to do, right? And then, because of that comparison and that mentality of, okay, I'm going to prove that I can actually do much more or do better than this person has done, they would work themselves to the ground just to get it. I'm telling you, because it's something I've seen. Now, if you don't grow up in an environment where you're being raised on contentment, you're being raised on appreciating what you have, no matter how little it is, and you are allowed to constantly compare and have that, attitude about yourself. When you eventually get into the world, the larger world as it is, that mentality stays on. So that's why people come here and they're working themselves to the ground. There are people, and somebody mentioned earlier, like CNAs buying houses or buying expensive cars. There's some of them who bought houses then in Los Angeles, I remember, when the house market crashed. Most of them were on the ground. Like they could not, because most of them had worked so many hours just to keep up with the Joneses. A lot of the people that were coming to the debt repair office were mostly Nigerians, and most of them were low income, earners. Let's put it that way,
Mm.
to repair their debt. Okay, because some of them were building houses back home on top of the fact that they bought a huge house here, because at a
Mm.
point here they were giving out loans indiscriminately. So it doesn't matter whether you were working or not. They were not really doing the investigation to make sure that these people could afford it. There were no checks in place, so people were buying. Right? So when the
Mm-hmm.
whole market crashed, that's why they started putting safeguards in place to keep people for overstretching themselves, because a lot of people lost stock market, housing, they lost a lot. So when you have that mentality coming from Nigeria where you're trying to outdo, and also remember, there were people who were living here who will go back home and want to show off. They will cash out their credit cards and then come to Nigeria and be boasting that they have all this, they have all that, and they are spending and changing money, dollar to naira, and they are going from one party to the other, trying to make themselves look good, and people are praising them. So when people see those type of things that are impressionable, and some people who maybe could not really afford it back home, they're like, really? So this is the way? So me too, I must try to get out of here. It looks like that's the only way I can make it. So when they come,
So does that stop them from, because what we are really talking about is that why people, forget or refuse to take their health seriously, going for doctor's checkup to even know whether they have underlying, undiagnosed illnesses because of this money, whether they chase so.
do we have a habit of doing health checks in Nigeria?
No.
Exactly. So guess what?
Mm-hmm.
It translates when they come here. So when
Mm-hmm.
they come here, they feel like they're superhuman beings. They feel
So
like
in the UK, this is what I can't speak for other countries, because America, every time I learn something new about that's your wonderful country. Here in the UK, we are registered with local clinics that they call GP surgery, right? Everybody
Mhm.
is registered in your area. Every area has, GP surgery, they call them. So if they never see you, I remember one time they don't see me for 1 year. They will call you and find out you haven't been. Because normally now when you get problem, you call them, then you book an appointment, because you know if you just go hospital, except you want to go to emergency. Okay,
Right.
because we have what they call primary and secondary healthcare here. All
Right.
right. So you first go to primary, which is the GP. When they look at you, you go call them, book an appointment, go and see your doctor. If you come feel saying something where you need more investigation, test, and that, it will come refer you to hospital. You understand?
Right.
The only time you go to the hospital is when you're going to the emergency, or you have an appointment to go see a particular, department there. So if
Okay.
they don't see you for UK,
Mm,
for your GP,
mm.
within a year they don't see you, they will call you. Because say our healthcare is different. We they pay
Right.
as you they work, you paying into it. So not be say you will come now, they will come give you bill.
Right.
Okay, some people, depending on what you earn, if you're a higher income earner, you go pay for your medication. But consultation, you no go pay. So they will come call you, say they never see you, you are due. For example, they sent me letter last year. So they come tell me, say, make I come do my what did they call them? This thing where they check for women. So older women, they won't check whether screening for breast cancer. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they go write to you, they call you, they disturb you. But it be like say for America, it not be like that. If they don't see you, nobody even care whether you come or not.
It's
Now
like
you go
that in
carry yourself.
America. It's like that in America, but let me expatiate on that now. So you know that when Nigerians come here, right? Maybe there's no Bali, there's nothing, right? They
Yeah,
can't work. So when they can't work, they can't get insurance. Some of them don't have, even though now there's insurance you can get, even though you come as a foreigner into the country. There are like cheap insurance you can get, or you can actually go to the hospital. The only difference is that they will bill you. That's the difference. If you don't have, now if you're a citizen or you have your documentation or whatever, it depends on where you work, you have access to healthcare. You do have access to healthcare, and your doctor, you get messages from your doctor, because I do. When it's time for me to do my regular checkup, my mammogram, the colonoscopy, whatever the case is, they will send you a message and say, hey, your thing is coming up due at this time. Call us to book an appointment so we can whatever, right? So there's that. That's how it works. So if no Bali for hand, right? For people who don't know, that you can actually still get the health care. You can, but some of them don't bother anyway, because already we have that mentality
But you
from
need to have health
Nigeria.
insurance for all that, right?
You need to have health insurance, but even if you come, you still still receive health. You feel still receive care, but the difference is they go bill you.
Right.
There are also insurances in place for people who don't have Pali.
Because when I went to America, once upon a time, I went to America. When was it? 2008. 2008. I don't forget. No, not be 8. 2018. My friend, I met a lady who told me that she's working. She was recently new. I mean, she was relatively new in America. She was working, but she no get health insurance. So when I go to complain, I say, go doctor. And I say, Bridget, leave her now. Where the health insurance I not get,
She supposed get. Now she do herself. Now she no one, and that's the mindset now.
You say no get.
It's supposed get. That's the point. As they work, it's supposed get. Either she's working for herself as a contractor, if she's working as an independent contractor, like she's working for herself.
Do they take money from your salary if you register for the medical insurance? Do they take money?
Absolutely. If you're working, it depends on where you work. Everywhere, every employer need to provide the employee.
So can you opt out of that in your employment place?
You can, but you must have health care. With Obama,
I think that's what people are doing. So some people are opting out not to take the health insurance, so that the money will complete.
Thank you. So they go opt out to collect instead. So now what they can't do, because they realize that people were doing that, right? When you're filing your taxes, they go ask you which insurance was it, employment insurance, or did you opt out, and what insurance did you have after you? They ask those questions now for your tax forms. So you have to, if they find out say you not get insurance, you go pay. There's a fine attached to it. So everybody, that's why I said that even as an immigrant or as a foreigner, I don't like using that word immigrant, but as a foreigner coming into the country, you can still get insurance. You go pay out of pocket. That's the difference. But it's an insurance that you can pay to as someone who does not have pali.
They
There are
no
people
want
who,
pay. You know, now
that,
the point be Coco be say people
yeah,
no want pay.
exactly. Why? Because of the mentality back home, right? Say because people know they're not they used to going for checkup in Nigeria. So when they come here, they feel like say they be Superman, super, bionic people that they never get sick or whatever. They are hard, they are strong. So they walk themselves to the ground.
There's
Just
nobody that is
because,
strong, go. Make I warn
uh-huh.
una. If you think say
But
you strong, you dey drink all the agbo. Some of una go Nigeria, collect all the agbo, buy all the
thank
medicine.
you.
Una they prescribe for una self, go drink antibiotics, drink this,
Exactly.
drink this, drink this. Hey, yeah. If you get
Exactly.
high blood pressure, you no go know.
You
And you see,
exactly.
you know what they pay me, Omo. The thing where they pay me for this whole thing be saying, we see our people they drop weight. Now manageable illnesses where be say, oh, you both don't get them. And I don't know about America, but in the UK we have an aging population. When I tell you, if I look my caseload sometimes and I work in adult services, I go see people where be 99, 100, 102. The youngest why they see na around 80 plus. People they old, but if you look their medical history, you go run. But then they manage these illnesses with adequate care. UK has one of the best medical care in the world. That's the
Right.
truth.
Right.
And then they take medication, they have every support they need. Because now you people when they talk about. So they know they play with their health. But our people, hey, Jesus.
Exactly.
Ordinary to go do blood tests, our people no go gree go. They go
Exactly.
get the collect them go pharmacy, go buy medicine,
Thank
drink.
you. They'll go buy
You don't know
Tylenol.
whether you go buy alabukun, you go drink.
Thank you.
You go rub what do they call those hot ointments? You go rub them. You go drink agbo. You go do this. You don't know whether there's something deeper that you need investigation for.
Exactly. I give you an example, right? Recently, my mom was with my sister. She wasn't feeling well, right? And then all of a sudden, immediately, right, she was rushed to the hospital. When she got there, found out it was a mild stroke. Thank God it was caught on time. Okay.
Yeah.
If it was not caught on time,
That's
this
what I
is
was
how
going to say. A lot of medical things, when they catch it, for instance, some people they get diabetes, type 2, which you can manage with diet and medication.
yeah.
But they're not going to find out until you become type 1.
Thank you.
Because
Now,
they know they go do checks. This is the danger.
Exactly. Now, how did my sister find out? My mom wakes up in the morning, usually, she wakes up, my mom wakes up very early and she goes to bed early, right? So she woke up and her sentences were not making sense. She was talking like someone who was drunk, who had drank a little bit, and which is not, we're not used to. So my sister was like, Mommy, I'm asking you, you're saying something else. And then she kept uttering, then her speech started slurring. That's when my sister immediately and my brother, she didn't really know exactly what, but she knew it was not normal. So she ran.
Because
they went
some
to the
stroke, they show now
you
internal.
they
They
show
show.
at
Not be say
all.
you go fall, your hand go come they shake or your leg go they shake.
Exactly. So when they rush her go hospital, now they can't tell us, say, oh, it was a stroke, but it was mild. Thank God we caught it immediately. Why am I saying this? There are instances where that happens to people, even regular people, when they never reach my age, for instance. But they go ignorance sometimes, because sometimes it's short periods of time. Maybe after that time, the person go come dey all right. You can't assume say the person dey all right. Meanwhile, the person not dey all right. You see what I mean? So most of us, because most of Nigerians, when they come, because they don't get that, we don't get that mentality of going for checkup, of going and getting the right type of services. When we come here, we have that same mindset, and that's
people
why
they
people
use. Sorry, somebody
Sure.
say even if they go for checkup, they will claim I don't have it in Jesus' name. So people they use
Exactly.
Jesus' name.
Say they cover
Say
everything.
they cover why they know they engage with diagnosis where they go show you like this. Say what is they wrong with you. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do to make sure that this thing does not escalate. You go they use in Jesus' name cover them.
Exactly. So this is what is killing the people. This is what's killing a lot of Nigerians. This is why they are working so much. Do you understand? Because it doesn't make sense to me. You see, contentment is everything. There was a time I was earning $7.25 in this country when I first came, and I was going to school and all of that, right? But guess what? I lived, it's all inside. Like, you have to say, this is how much I have. This is what I can. I was living with my uncle. This is how much I can afford, right? Instead of that money, I go pay rent to my uncle. I was doing it on purpose because I didn't want to just, I wanted to also contribute, right? So I would give him a little bit of money for the room I was staying in, okay? Just to help the man, right? So at the end of the
So
day,
you two were you were learning discipline so that when you eventually get your
yes,
own place, you'll be
yes,
able to maintain that.
I will be able to maintain because I didn't from Nigeria. We know they pay bills
You
like
know
that.
they pay rent to your parents when
We
you
know
did
they
their
pay
house.
rent for my parents. I stayed with uncles. I didn't pay rent. I was living lavishly, right? But when I came here, I now understood. Do you know that I was every month? There's an amount. My uncle did not allow me. He actually fought it. He didn't want me to pay because he felt like, oh, this is my sister's child. I don't. I said, uncle, please. It's not even about that. Okay, let me pay half. So we agreed. So the four, instead of me, I now started giving him, now told me, just give me this for the month and that's it. I said, okay, can I pay the gas bill? Can I pay the light bill? And that's
Oh,
how I
you're
started
such
to
a good girl.
understand. Do you
You're such
know
a
that
good girl,
he
Omoye.
got to a
Imagine you
time?
are even volunteering to pay.
Yeah, because it got to a time, my uncle had a fantastic job. He traveled all over the place. All of a sudden, there was a huge downsizing and they let him go. And they let him go. I had saved money. Do you know it was part of that money that I contributed when he couldn't afford to pay the mortgage? It was from my pocket. My uncle reimbursed me. Oh, he reimbursed me
But at least
completely.
you saved his
But
house.
exactly.
You see, that's
Do you
another
understand?
lesson. If it was some other, like all this competing with the Joneses, because you were living free and your uncle, you were even struggling to pay any rent or bills in his house. Now that time you will go enter Gucci shop, go buy $4,000 back.
Till today, Sister B, I not get designer. I don't believe in designer. I believe in my own label. I believe in the label of the people that are trying to make. I'm telling
He said,
you,
I believe in my
the,
own label. I like
yes,
that.
the designer when I wear, now my friend buy am for me. My friend look, say, oh Moye, come on, girl, come on. I said, what is it? I'm okay with my $50 Nine West bag, please. I beg, Bikono. I not come, that's my mindset. I'm not, because I was brought up in a certain way. I'm not that materialistic. I like to live a good life. I like to travel.
Yeah, and I
oh,
mean, it's all about your values, what's important to you. It
exactly,
doesn't mean
right?
that if you don't have labels, that you're not living a good
Some
quality
people
life.
think that way. Some people think that way. So
And there
for
are some
me,
people that have labels and their quality of life is very poor. All they have is
exactly.
other people's labels that they are wearing on their body.
Exactly. So the only designer bag I have, it was a friend that bought it for me on my birthday. And that's the only designer bag. Do you understand what I'm saying? So why am I saying all of this? It starts from the spirit of contentment. Where is it? If it's not something that you know, learn it. Because sometimes we don't know it all, but as you grow and you start to observe, you begin to appreciate certain principles and values and take them upon yourself and be that person. You know what I mean? Because the truth is that even with healthcare, okay, what is more important to you? Value. What is your value system? What are you looking for? Do you understand? What do you want out of life? If you
Yeah.
want a big house, everybody can have a big house. Everybody can buy a Bentley, a Maserati, and
What you should ask yourself is that, see, this is the way Oyibo people. I go back to Oyibo people a lot as a point of reference because I don't learn a lot just by walking, and observing how they live their life. So Oyibo people go get maybe 3, 4 bedroom. Say our houses for UK not too big like on our American houses. Our houses here are very small.
right.
So maybe you get 3, 4, highest 5. Okay. In fact, I never enter 5, 6 bedroom house before. Maybe it did, but not in London. Or maybe it did some part of London where I never go. Right?
Right.
So they get family, all right? Or maybe they come from money. So, but for us, the lesson when we learn about that one, so now don't they old, when I don't they advance, they reach children, they go school, you get family, they don't they go school, they leave house. When they don't they leave house, only you or you and your partner come to the house, and that time can look say show. Maybe that time you don't almost finish paying off the mortgage of the house. You can't say, This house is too big. Oyibo go sell that house, take so much equity from that house,
Exactly.
to do other things. Maybe they set their children up, do so many things. They'll come buy 1-bedroom flats because not only, or 2-bedroom maximum. What one they call apartment for US. They will come buy 2-bedroom apartment because not only husband and wife now, and they leave the other bedroom in case if one of their children come visit, they see where they go sleep, because not only two of them, or the other one, Oyibo go take that money, go Spain, go Spanish Island, because houses there go they cheaper than UK. You understand?
Right.
They will
Right.
come buy holiday home. When they
Yeah.
don't sell their house for them, they'll come retire, go there, go they live their best life.
Exactly. Exactly. Now I want to respond to Zunai. Zunai, in every when I was explaining about insurance, you can get insurance. You have to pay. It's not free. Of course, it's not free. Come on now. Why are you saying speak the truth? It's not free. Where do you
I
get
don't know.
insurance
I,
that's
I didn't
free?
even get that. What is that? It's okay.
Anyway, I just needed to address that because I don't want somebody else might be listening and
Yes,
looking at the
yes,
comments and be I
yes.
don't want. So I need to clarify that. Of course, you have to pay. It's not free for
No insurance is
anything.
free as far as I
No
understand in
insurance
the
is
US.
free.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just think that, and I'm glad that we're having this conversation because a lot of us that don't know, we will know now. Like
Yes,
I
so
can
if
actually
you didn't know now, when was the last time you went for medical checkup? We had 800 and something people watching. I'm asking you now, 99% of you live in the diaspora, whether you live in America. I know we always mention UK and America here, but people are here from Australia, people are here from, Canada, people are here from, Japan, people are here from other places in Asia. Wherever you are, my brother, my sister, tomorrow, call your doctor. If you don't get doctor, go find one. Because you know what? All that money where you they make, all those houses where you they build. Oh, by the way, when I was talking in that video, I don't know, when you hear that day when we were talking about the brother we work himself to early grave, and I was mentioning one brother where they build that one house. The brother was watching. I don't know, say he still they watch. Actually, he's still watching. He can't contact me the next day, can't send me the progress of the house now where they build.
Wow.
Yes, the house is still in construction. And
Mhm.
a massive. When I say massive, in fact, the house get water fountain. He get
Wow.
water fountain for front. But he told me that he's lived in America for over 40 years. He has properties in America and all that, so he can afford it. And
Right.
it's not in the village. You understand? So
Oh,
I
awesome.
yeah, people who they talk about now, people where they live like the one we will do example where they live for train station, where you get 80,000, where you go.
Exactly.
So people who can afford it is okay. But our challenge to you tonight, my Obodo fam, brothers and sisters, I love you guys with the love of Christ. You need to look after your health and your well-being. Because everything you've labored for, all these years you've been in diaspora would have been for nothing if they tell you tomorrow, say, you get, all these kind of doctors will tell you, say, you get 3 months to live. No talk, say, I rebuke it in Jesus' name. No, 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 no. I be Christian too, don't do that. Because you don't work yourself. I'm gonna give example just now by the young mama, how they cut a stroke that was a mind stroke on time. If say they no carry and go hospital on time, might go become severe. God forbid, but it dey happen. You hear me? It dey happen. See this one. Maggie said, Obodo TV, a guy was told by his doctor that he was prone to stroke, and he told him to keep in touch with his doctor. The guy thought that the doctor was trying to make money off him. Am I here?
Wow.
Yeah. He thought that the doctor was trying to make money
Hmm.
off him. He later had a stroke. Medical bills is $250,000.
Wow. Look at that. It could have been avoided.
Shebi doctor is trying to make money off you. All of you wanna they pay for the medical care for there, wanna they pay bill. We would they pay monthly because they deduct them as socks. As socks when you are earning every month, they remove them. You hear? Now the hear story. Doctor is trying to make money off you. Hey, yeah. Chai.
That's why some people just, they just unalive themselves like that. You work because your body will always give you signs every single time. If you're working your body like that, imagine, okay, no, we even use clothes. You buy clothes for market one day, right? You wear that cloth, wear that cloth, wear that. Say, get where you go reach. You go wash the cloth one day, the thing go the
You go
tear on
tear.
your own.
You go just make crack. You go put that for washing machine. You just see hole. You want to
Hole
say,
everywhere. It's exactly so. If cloth, ordinary cloth, when human being make from tree, I be where cloth material come from, fit be like that. Why we expect our body go just dey drive like that for like how many years? Even if we want to talk, because I hear some people say, oh, our forefathers our forefathers had things that they were doing. They had trees,
so
roots
you think
that they
saying
were
our
taking.
forefathers' time now we they live now?
Oh,
You
some
when you
people
live for
think like
America, now
that.
your forefathers' time now.
Some
You
people
see,
think like that. So I mean, it's not mine. It's okay to have a low paying job. It is not. There's no offense in it. But live according to your means. If now one room you feel afford, live in that room with contentment. Because time go come when we say you no go they live for one room again. You go live for your own place. But the problem is say some of us when we come, we won't do past ourselves. We want to be like everybody. It cannot happen like that. It not be Nigeria when we say, our own way of doing things. You feel not get money, but you get one uncle who will dash you money, or you go help you pay rent for 2 years. You don't need to worry. That kind of thing they happen for Nigeria, but not here. So unless the mindset starts to change, and the problem is that a lot of our people don't like to unlearn some of these things. They just want to be stuck in the same way of doing things. If you know that something is not working for you, why don't you look elsewhere? Try and educate yourself. Try and do a little bit of research. You will find out, say that's
what about the
problem
one
where
where
you
they
go.
eat? You hear when they talk about the sister where it cost Sonny Ade to open his house where they
I
eat
hear
oily
that
rice?
one. That
Oily
makes no
rice for
sense.
11 p.m. in the night. If they eat oily rice, but it cost Sonny Ade to open house.
You can imagine that. The sickness when you go there that woman body.
It don't delete now, show.
Eh,
It don't delete. It
you
don't
know,
delete.
so now this one we they talk, okay, that's Sonia, they that big ass now another person. They lay up wealth, lay up riches so that another person go come chop am. Now it be that now. So sometimes all these things, this thing na turn by turn, now as life giver. There are people who now one room. I know one person then when I feel now one old baba when I come from Nigeria, family bring and come now one room for inside one big now one house. Now the guy they rent with other people. Now the guy don't manage. The guy is in his 70s, but at the time he came, I think he was still very, he was still very strong and all of that. The guy has his own small place now that he's managing. Everything at time by time,
Amen.
Cut your
Amen.
coat according to your size. You are
Mm-hmm.
not in competition with anybody but yourself. I'm
Amen.
striving to be better than the person I was a second ago, a minute ago. I'm not looking at somebody else. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your successes. I'm happy when you're prosperous. That's you. I'm not going to eat the money with you. I'm not going to be driving. If you give me a ride in it, oh, fantastic. I will be very happy for you. But I'm not going to measure my life based on yours. You're driving a Range Rover. Land Rover. According to Stabby, I'm not trying to come at
Oh
you.
yeah,
But
leave Range Rover alone. I feel personally attacked.
okay,
Anytime when I mention
somebody
Range
else,
Rover, when I know they
somebody,
see Tesla, and I know they see Rolls Royce, and I know they see
somebody
Lamborghini.
very
Why you be saying
Tesla.
na so Range Rover and they see to make example for this
I
platform?
won't
I
find
feel
your
like you people
trouble.
are attacking me
I,
personally.
I won't find your trouble. No,
I
somebody
know.
else they drive Bentley. They
Now I
drive
know they see Rolls Royce
Maserati.
and Bentley. You go see them for Nigeria, they're full everywhere. So
Exactly.
those who
Or
are just
Tesla.
joining us,
Right? I don't know that Tesla
Tesla,
people work for Nigeria because no
Tesla,
lights. No
Tesla.
lights.
Oh, why you take charge am when they take life? My friend say 3 days now
Exactly.
they never get life for Abuja.
So, person they drive Tesla, I'm happy. I get friends when they drive Tesla, when they drive Bentley. I even get friends when they get Maserati. But guess what? Wow, wonderful. I'm happy for you.
Lamborghini, all the Lamborghinis
Lamborghini,
in the house.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But guess what? You not concern me. Now my own idea about. I'm more focused on my own. I don't care what you're doing. As long as I am striving to be better than I was yesterday. That's all that's important to me.
Low baton, the spirit of
But
competition.
If we
God
keep
will rebuke it from us in Jesus' name.
Amen. Let's learn to be content. Oh, prosperity awaits everyone.
Amen.
Our prosperity is not just limited to a group of people or one person. No, you have to keep researching, doing better for yourself so that you can aspire. So you too can inspire someone. Nobody is going to be earning $7 an hour forever, unless that's where you want to remain. Now you go tell yourself where you want to. If you want to remain there, not be by
Now
force.
you
You can
sabi.
choose to.
Now you
Now you
sabi.
sabi.
If you want to
But
remain there, it's okay. As
it's
long as you're
okay.
happy with your life. Now you sabi.
Exactly. Be
Make I read this
content.
comment again. For those of you when I just join when I never hear from the beginning. So we started by sharing, some testimonies from the video when that our brother walked himself to early grave. And one of the comments where I read there now said something where KK writes, okay, in talk say, I know a lady that worked from Monday to Sunday. In fact, I have another one. I forgot to screenshot that one. The other one talk say the woman na locker room now in the change in draws.
Can you imagine?
You know what they call draws?
Of course. Of course.
I just say you no go know what to be draws you.
Why I no go know?
Those of una wanna be millennial no go know what to be draws. Draws. I said na locker room. Now somebody put that comment. I think say I had them. I forgot to add it. The person thought say na for inside locker room. Now the woman they change her dress because she no get time to go home, go change. Okay. Now one day when she dey change dress, she don't drive motor because she want change to another shift. Now she take delete. You hear me? She just delete pata pata. Yeah. She delete pata pata. Bio. Eh? Eh?
quickly clear one thing, no.
Uh-huh.
Because we dey talk America, Shola, you know what Shola be now? Put up a comment section.
I don't see am o. Wetin Shola talk?
Shola na social security number. So Shola.
Wetin Shola na social security number. Wetin that one mean? I don't understand.
No, concerning this insurance something. Understand? So you know, say I'm not trying to say everybody need to disclose their identity or whatever. You know, say normally some people don't date this US for a very long time. Other people shola they use. You know, understand? They're not comfortable with that thing. If you get your own shola, you dey work in the US. There is no way because that medical insurance, so now your company they will pay more. Now they pay the larger part. You are not the person even paying that insurance. So if you click on where you will see, say, if for instance your monthly insurance when you sign up for now $250, your company can even be paying $220. Now let $30 you they pay inside. You understand? So, no reasonable person with the sense of humor go see say na $30 or $35 where won't pay. Now go make her not take that. Then two, there is a Medicare scheme that is for those that are not working, okay, in the US. So if you are not working, you need to be qualified. If you are qualified for Medicare, then you don't have to pay nothing. I worked with St. Corporations before, okay, even though I was in the IT department, but it's a government managed healthcare insurance scheme, okay? So what I'm saying here is that the key point is that in the US, the government have made it as a policy in order to encourage people to work and cancel laziness. That one of the things you benefit from your job is that medical insurance thing. Do you understand? So there are some people that are even working because of that thing where they really benefit the medical insurance.
Yes.
So it's absolutely out of point.
I don't understand, Bio. You insure your car, you insure your gadget, you take home insurance, you insure even your mobile phone, this phone where they carry to scroll social media, you insure it. How can you not insure your life or pay for medical care when it is about your sustenance and longevity? I don't understand.
That's what I'm trying to explain. Now I can try to tell you, my sister, say the truth. You know, say the point I'm going to here, I just want you to pick one line from me, is that people are not sincere to themselves. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't understand?
Yes.
That people are not sincere to themselves. Me and you in Nigeria, this is a public forum. I don't want to go deeper. What I'm trying to tell you is I've learned something in life, especially in this America, that sometimes when people talk to you, they try to think that they are clever. They hide the main reason for why they are not doing something and give a wrong justification. You understand my point?
I understand.
So that you will not look at that angle. Do you understand? So, like if you look at Adama wrote there, everybody wrote there, which make a lot of sense. Go reach McDonald's, not even Amazon. As much as you get Shola, yeah. You go see and say right from the day when you start to work with them, that very time, they don't even put those things as your benefit. So why did they put it as benefit? If they get job here, they write and join benefit now. Do you know medical insurance is part of your benefit? It's not against you. It's what you are benefiting. You understand? So on every job, they put it's not about you even opting out. Say they write and they say, let's say you are getting a job today. If you look at the talk to you, one thing we're going to tell you, we say, we have the best insurance scheme as part of your benefits. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So, thank you, Bio. Oh my God, another call don't come and cut you off. Hello, are you calling to contribute to the show? Okay, can you speak a bit louder? Okay, I can't hear you at all. Can you guys hear? No, I can't. Okay, so no, I'm not, I'm afraid. Okay. Okay, people are really interested in this topic. I was just about to summarize because we've done 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Oba, yeah, come into the studio. And that's our brother that just called now. Please check the comment section for the link. It's better than WhatsApp. And you can just quickly come and put your contribution. I pinned this because I wanted to read it. Temi Holly said that somebody went to urgent care. He had a blood pressure over 200. They told him to go home and take his meds and rest. Why would they even discharge him if his blood pressure is that high? That's not good practice. They should keep him in hospital and put him on a drip or something. Instead, he went to his overnight job. You see what I'm saying? How people are walking themselves to early grave. Now they see her now. Say, these are all testimonies. He had a blood pressure over 200. They told him to go home and rest. Brother went to overnight job instead and passed out. And he was gone. He died. And this happened 2 weeks ago. An Igbo man. You see? You see what I'm saying? This is what we're saying. This problem is deep, my people. It's very, very deep. Egbami. Oba, you wanted to say something.
Yes, hi Auntie B. How are you? Hi everyone.
Hi.
Can you hear
quickly
me?
Because we're rounding up now.
Yes, hi. I was calling because I wanted to add I'm calling from the state, and this issue that you are talking about, this topic is a very interesting topic. And I believe that is just the mindset and the ignorance of our people. I've been in education for almost 20 years, and the same parents who are not taking care of themselves, they are not taking care of their children. As a teacher, we have to literally suspend students because their medical records are not up to date. And, for some of the parents, they get upset. The nurse called them, oh, your child needs these records. Because what happened is the state, the health department come to the schools and check to make sure that all the children in the classroom, their health medicals are up to date. They will send reminders to the parents. They will never take their child to get the immunization, their shots, or their checkup. It gets so bad that we have to suspend students, meaning that your child cannot come back to the school until you get the medical records updated. And it's so sad because most of these parents are Africans, foreigners, people from the Caribbean, people that look like us.
Yeah.
They don't take care of themselves, so they don't even find the importance of taking care of their kids.
Right.
How can your child be 9 years old, but they're all shots from since they were 5 and 6? That means your child is about 4 or 5 years behind shots. And it happens all the time.
And
when they get the notice that the child can come to school, they are upset. Not because they're upset because the records are not up to date. They're upset because they have to take time off of work to go and take their children to the hospital or to the doctor's office. You know, how can this be? And in a state for children, it's free. If you don't have a job, the children get health benefits for free. So it's not like I can't afford it. If your child is less than 18.
Yeah, but there's no time. They don't have the time because they are working, isn't it?
They don't find the importance. They don't think it's important.
Yeah.
And what frustrates us as teachers, you call father, oh, call the mom. The mom does that. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So
they are both working.
Unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. It's sad.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Oba.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I said they don't take care of themselves and they don't take care of their children.
Yeah.
I mean, for your child, for your child to get suspended so you can take them to get a health check. That's insane.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
And
then they come and start boasting and telling you about the stupid houses that they are building in Africa.
Don't even get me started. The whole properties, don't even get me started.
Yeah. It's me that doesn't like houses in Africa because
don't get me started. And one thing I wanted to say, you know, with those CNAs and those nurses making 100+, they are killing themselves because in the state, nurses, most people in the medical fields work 3 days a week, 12-hour shift. I know many nurses and CNA, they work 3 days in this job full time, and they'll go and work 3 days in another job full time.
Yes.
They are working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And these people have children. So I'm trying to figure out if you
who is raising your children? Exactly. Who is raising your children?
If you're working 80 hours a week,
you are never home.
You're never home. And the kids are doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
They are never home.
That's another conversation we need to have. Who is raising your children while you are doing 100 hours?
Social
weekly.
Media and the internet is. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad. But that's what I wanted to share. Thank you for letting me come through.
Thank you so much, Oba. Oba is basically saying that this one with a shout for here, say people know they take their health seriously, that they drop. They drop. People, they build houses, go cost on here a day to come and commission and, do housewarming. Say, even their children serve. They don't even they take their children healthcare serious. They don't even they stay for house. They're not even looking after their children. They are basically working themselves to an early grave. My brother, you're welcome, sir.
Yes, my dear sister. God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you for what you do, man. I always like to listen to you. Anyway, I won't be long. As you said, over there and here is completely different.
Yeah.
Over UK. Yeah, because I was in my early 20s, I was in London for 22 years before I crossed over to America here.
Yeah.
So when we talk about health insurance and things like that, so I understand it perfectly well. So what will happen is that there are so many places that you will walk.
Yes. Uh-oh. I think we've lost our brother. He might have a call coming in. He's been trying to get in. A lot of people don't know how to get into the show by using the link. So they like to call on WhatsApp. And this is why I don't like WhatsApp. Hello, sir. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, we lost you for a minute there. I think you had call. Yeah. Carry on. We can hear you. Uh-oh. You see? WhatsApp is a very rubbish app. Can you hear me, sir? Could work. Unfortunately. I really wanted to hear what our brother had to say because I think it was going to bring some insight into the conversation, but WhatsApp is not always reliable. So, Joy, what do you have to say, sweetie? Welcome. Let me
hear your voice again.
Thank you, my darling.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify with the lady that said somebody went to the urgent care.
Yeah.
Urgent care will never release you home until
That's what I was thinking. What would they let him go?
They will never release you home. That person probably left the hospital
Maybe
saying
he left without being discharged. It's possible.
without being discharged, and
Yeah,
we
because
have a form.
he has a shift waiting, so he will go.
Yes, we have a form that we sign for that. We cannot illegally hold somebody down, even when you're dying.
Absolutely.
And another thing is, they probably got the blood pressure under control and told him to follow up with his doctor, with primary care.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they will follow you and say, don't walk tonight. Don't. That person probably chose.
Joy, my sister, Joy. If somebody tell you that this thing that they call high blood pressure, that even me that is a layman, I am completely lay when it comes to medical terms. But I know that this blood pressure is responsible for a lot of things that can delete you. And they tell me it's so high. Will I not love myself or to know that money?
I'm telling you, Auntie B, some people don't love themselves, especially our Black people. They don't. Because I've seen a lot of them come into the hospital and they're going now, I have to go home because I have to work tonight. You know, sometimes I just go to them and go like, is the job gonna be there tomorrow when you get there? Because
they will replace you. Somebody else will do the job.
Yeah, and that's one thing I love my husband for. There is nothing in this world that you will make him take an extra shift. Say, I'm content. I want to go home to be with my family. This is it. I don't know what you can tell him to make him take an extra shift. After his 12-hour shift in the hospital as an RN, he's out. I don't care what you say to him. He will tell you, I'll come back on my regular scheduled day. Not today. You know, I think Africans need to see that there is more to life than money. Like you were saying, I didn't want to contribute until that person said that. I'm like, I have lived in the United States for 22 years. I have never seen. I've worked in the hospital as a nurse for almost 20 years. I have never seen a hospital release you when your blood pressure is high. And if they do release you, you have to sign a form because they're also scared of lawsuits. Are you kidding me? They don't want you to come back and say, you guys asked me to go home when my blood pressure was this high. No.
And I'm sure you also know this. I don't need to tell you this because you are in the medical field. Like I said, I'm a layman. But you also know that this high blood pressure is something that a lot of us that are from African, Afro-Caribbean background are very susceptible to. We are prone to it already.
Ordinary chest pain. Go to the ER with the chest pain. They will do cardio. They will do EKG. They will do blood work. They do 3 blood works. They will do the first blood work. After 2 hours, they will do they don't want to leave you alone to go home to go.
It's not the medical care that is not sufficient. Now our Black people won't keep.
It's our Black people that is the problem. They don't care about their life. Money comes before life for them. So I don't know what else you're gonna say that will convince them, especially people that have plan of building a mansion in Africa and they want to live as a rat where they are living. So I don't know if there's another way to convince them, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Somebody told me one time, Joy, you take too many vacations to wherever you go, but you are not completing your build. I said, which one concern you now? Which one concern you?
He be like say we go form one group for people who do not give a hoot about those bloody buildings. We just want to live our best life.
I do not give a hoot. As long as my husband is fine and we can say tomorrow, can we go to Monterey Bay and chill for 2 days and we can go? I am good.
They're even reminding you that your building is not completed.
They will call me.
They're technically telling you, Joy, you need to take more shifts so that your building can be completed.
And the other days, one of them called my husband and say, oh, this building has been for 2 years and let her complete it. My husband came home and was like, babe, can't you just take? I said, I have 6 vacations this year, not you. Not anything in hell.
People about your building. You shouldn't.
No, it's the person watching over it. It's the person watching over.
Okay, come and complete it. Come and complete it. From Africa,
it's the person watching over it. That was. I said, not even you, not even the devil in hell can make me stop my vacation for you guys. I'm not gonna live there. So what? I'm not going to live there. I'm in the United States. It's starting. My kids are here, and I want to live my best life.
Thank you. That's what we want to hear. I live for it. Thank you so much, Sister Joy. I appreciate your contribution. This is what we would love to see. Please, when you see Africans on your shift, oh, beg them not to go away when their blood pressure is over 100. Chidinma, this is another person. Chidinma Onyegu said, my friend's husband recently was deleted at his job due to elevated blood pressure. When I thought say would they drop like chicken, when I don't see them, Africans are dropping every day. Blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, name it, because it's undiagnosed. Because when they find money, I like money, but me, I love life more. I love life. I make money to enjoy my life, and then the rest can go to other things. You dey live for future where you don't even know whether you will get to. And they talk, and one Ghana person come tell me say one thing. Hey, yeah. It's okay. Liz, you're welcome, my darling. We are rounding up. Help us. What do you have to say? Help us. Help us in this junction. Mute yourself.
Hello, Auntie B. Oh my God, this is a very interesting. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. This is a very interesting topic, and I'm so grateful that you have put this together. I'm a child protection social worker. Just last week, I just gave up my job. I said, listen, I need a break.
I don't blame you. Child protection is hard work. Why do you think I'm not doing child protection?
I'm in the court team, and we had 4 different teams. It became narrower and narrower. It became 2 teams, but we're still doing the same work. We're the one doing. We arrange contacts. Once the court ordered contact, you have to do it. So the contact supervisors will say, "Oh, we are short." The social worker will be called upon. There's no transport for school. The social worker will be called upon. Everything. I was ending up working, doing all this ad hoc work during the day, and then writing reports at night. And it's been going on now for more than 6 months.
Wow.
The moment I started having headache, I just said, let me do my blood pressure. Immediately, I found that it was over 40, over 90. That was it. I just gave them 1 week notice. I said, listen, I need to go and look after my health. Yes, you can do as many hours as you can do, as long as your health, allows you. But without you checking yourself, or you're ignoring the signs that your body is giving you, I'm afraid you are digging your early grave. So please, it's not always about the money. When you get the money, if you don't have the health,
will you be there to spend it? Are you going to spend it?
How are you going to spend it? So I'm so grateful that you put up this show, and I just laughed. I've been laughing all through the comments. I didn't want to come in before, but because I'm a living witness to that, I'm at home now, relaxing myself, and I can go back whenever. The work is there when I want to do it.
I love it. I quit one time now. You know I quit once upon a time. They were stressing my life. I just came and told them, you know what? I'm done.
And you know the way social work is now in the UK, it's like you are doing the job of 4 or 10, 5 people.
I told them, I quit. I said, well, when I take on a job, when I don't kill me, I beg, I'm not doing it again.
Thank you so much, Auntie B. I'm really, I always enjoy your show.
Thank you, sis. Please take your time, rest, get your blood pressure down, enjoy
I said,
your time with your family.
Throughout this match, I'm not doing any work. I'm not doing any work. I don't have
yourself,
anybody I'm
relax.
feeding.
So you see, when you quit, if you go home and check your blood pressure, it will reduce, because the anxiety that comes with pressure from work, that one, the edge is off already. So
you are just working and working, and then you get to call, they criticize you. This report is late, that report is late. You can't tell the judge that, oh, you've been doing transport when you're supposed to be writing your report.
Yeah.
So it's all that. So please, let us look after ourselves. We only have one life, just
only
one life.
One life. If you delete, you are deleted forever.
Thank you so much,
sister.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you, Sister Liz. I appreciate your call. So we don't hear from so many people across the world. And they are all saying the same thing. You need to put your health first. Look after yourself. Meanwhile, I say I won't take 4 vacation in a year. I think say I won't waste money. You don't know what those vacations do for me. I told you guys on this platform once upon a time that when I go on holidays and come back, my children say they like me more. Because they say I am happier and I'm more relaxed. I do more for them. They get the best out of me. But when I stay 2-3 months, I never go anywhere. I'm very cranky. I'm shouting at them for no reason. They don't do anything. Because I'm stressed. So some people, it's not vacation for them. They don't need to travel, other things, anything you need to do to improve the quality of your life. Go to your head check. Don't play with it. Because this money where they work, so no let another person enjoy am. Now you work the work. You suppose now that's the way it works supposed to chop. Not be other people go chop your sweat. But now other people go chop your sweat if you be like that foolish man. When he dey for Europe, get 80,000 pounds, 80,000 euro, they stay for train station because he thought say rent too dey expensive. Or you be like this our auntie where you go build house for Gbomosho. When he call Sonny Ade, then they clap for him. He do big party, he open mansion. They say, our sister. You know, be like all those people where they go, but when they don't achieve anything. See you now, you don't land. He dey work 247. The time when he had stop, you don't know. Maybe not be your portion, but it will be. I don't swear for now. It will be your portion if you don't go and check your health to know. Once you are 40, you need to take your health care even more seriously. Once you are 40. Because now that time, the things for your body will come begin the shift. Things will come the shift. You are more at risk of, putting more weight. You know our food self no too good like that. They make person they add. So a lot of us know they exercise. We don't know road to gym. You go see you go they sleep. They go see they run kata kata kata. Right? You go they see what they pursue you. Some of them go hold their dog. How many of you now they work out? How many of you now put it to you? How many of you they work out? You they go gym? You don't go GP. You don't go doctor because you don't want pay for healthcare. Those of them want to stay for where they pay. Even those of us, you see the most annoying one for UK where we say whether you go or you no go, they take your money as long as you are working. They're already taking your health, your money for treatment. They don't still go. Some people no go still go. Amaya, make we round up, my darling.
Sure. I mean, this has been a hot topic, of course, as you can see yourself, So my own be say, last. You just mentioned about exercise. Just taking 10 minutes of walk every day it will add years to your life. Just taking start with 10 minutes a day. You don't have to do gym type of exercise to know that you're doing something. Taking walks, just be consistent about taking walks alone. That one will even free you. And some of our Nigerian food is not all bad though, Sister B. There's the cocoyam is very healthy. There are a lot of vegans that eat cocoyam. They call them taro roots, I think. That's what it's called.
So cocoyam is healthier than yam?
Cocoyam is very healthy.
Really?
Yes, it has a lot.
The funny thing, when we're young, na cocoyam people they run from.
Of course, I said I was vegan. I didn't know I saw a video. I even did a video on it, and I realized, oh my God, growing up, we were vegan in my house because what we did, we hardly ate meat. My dad was more of a game person.
Oh, you don't open another chapter. All our Yoruba brothers in the house and Yoruba sisters, now welcome. I salute you now. I love una where. Una know. You know, saying I like, most of them I like meat, bokoto, shaki.
Exactly. All those exactly.
All these plenty meat. And say for Obodoyibo is affordable, so you come cook them. You go come pack and full of pot, they chop. For Obodoyibo, Africa and Obodoyibo no be the same,
Exactly.
You go chop. You go see some men like this, their belly long past me where I don't bump children. Their belly go come extend where their waist go come small.
Now beer they cause that one too.
Food they cause that one. Some people when they know they drink the food. All those bokoto and all those pomo, shaki, all those things. Plenty food they cause them too. See,
Eating
if
it
your belly
every
make
day.
like that, your waist comes small.
Yeah.
My brother and my sister, you are not well.
You know, exactly. Because when your waistline don't they expand, that's
If
a
you
health threat.
you stand for 10 minutes and you begin to get pain for your waist and your lower back, your legs. My sister, we know the exercise. I've been there. I've done that. I'm wearing the t-shirt. My point is the food. No, Mama, I get what you're saying. No, not be saying all our food too bad. But
Yeah.
the point is that a lot of us Africans in the diaspora, we live a very sedentary life. We
Yeah.
know and we not get some for here like Africa, like Nigeria. If you say some go mama you go sweat.
Yeah.
Even when
Yeah.
they chop the food, they chop hot eba
Yes.
and banga soup. You go they sweat. You go they sweat. But for here,
Mm-hmm.
you go chop and finish, you come lie down and sleep. Tomorrow you don't waka go another shift. Your waistline they expand every day. You they see yourself.
Exactly.
It's not healthy. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yes. We have to
Pounded
take
yam, all
account.
this pando yam.
Mm-hmm.
Pando don't
Yes.
pan some people to.
You know,
Pando don't pan some people to some places where they don't want day.
exactly. You know, the thing be say, even the pounded yam and the whatever, even if people want to eat it once in a while. I remember growing up, we they hardly eat meat, hardly eat meat. And even if one, it was game meat. It wasn't, it was like antelope. Those are the type of things that I grew up on. All this cow meat, we hardly ate it in my house.
And
So
obodooyinbo meat is worse.
it's worse. It's not
It's
even real meat.
processed meat.
I don't
Meat
even
where
eat
they don't put
meat.
for freezer for years. When you don't even know
Exactly.
the day where they kill them. Even the one where they buy for you, they say na halal, they na halal. You know halal jack. You don't even know what it is inside. Chicken. Their
Exactly.
chicken, go their butcher, you go see chicken today, they don't hash egg. Tomorrow the chicken don't fat full everywhere. When see they
Exactly.
put inside where make the chicken fat like that, you go to see
Like
chicken
that.
where big. This chicken is not naturally big. Why chicken big like this, for goodness sake? Why chicken go big
Exactly.
like this?
Exactly, Sister B. This is the problem. Me, I know they eat meat. I know they eat all their chicken and meat. I know they eat them. Like, yeah, I know they eat them. Because right from time when I came to America, and my uncle bought meat and I was cooking and everything. First time I tasted it, I say, this is not
You
meat.
know
My
they
uncle
get
was looking at
taste.
me.
You go put
Taste,
all the
yes,
seasoning to make and get taste. You know they get taste. You
yes.
see Niger meat. Now today they kill and all it's all organic.
It's
And now one of
all
the things what I love about
authentic.
Niger. Because you
Yes.
know, say today this chicken they cash and kill nah.
No,
That
no,
chicken
no,
don't
no.
chop any chemical. You don't chop any
Exactly.
fertilizer. If na
It's
cow they
yes,
kill, you know say now it's all organic. But for
organic.
here the more reason why we should take our health very seriously because they chop rubbish
Yes.
food for years.
Exactly. All those things so people they eat. It's not, so now everything now in moderation. Everything now in moderation. If you they eat, I get friend when like food well. I get friend when we say she not they use I seafood. But that girl spends an hour on the treadmill. If you see her, you don't go believe. She's very lecpatious. She will do an hour steady on a treadmill. By the time she do that one finish, do her weights and everything, all that food don't disappear. So even if
Somebody
you,
talk say we have poor portion control. Mario
this is
say we have
true.
poor portion control. Our food is good. We also cook the same meals when we have a bigger variety. Portion
Exactly.
control. Hey, well, if you see some food where some people go hammer for plates, especially people where they suffer for Africa, where they don't see meat chop. When they come here, they say this food
That
and me
this
and
one
you
makes me
today.
laugh. He
I
said
go
the
deal with
hammer
you.
for play.
You this meat where I don't see chop. That time when they stretch neck while I be picking. Now me and you today. They will come buy the meat. If you carry 20 pounds, go meat shop for London or anywhere in the UK, you will get plenty meat. You know how much they sell chicken before Brexit? We they buy 3 chicken for £5 for yeah.
Hmm.
Food is cheap, very cheap for yeah.
Yeah.
3 whole chicken. Now we they buy for £5. Now it don't come down to 2 because of Brexit. Because say we don't come up for EU. That one another conversation. So it's a bit more expensive now, but still it is affordable. So £20 you go buy bokoto, you go buy chicken, you go
Yes.
buy a body, you go buy momo, you go buy this. And some of our people, oh Jesus, if you see their soup, they'll say, Munjaye orimi, unjaye high blood pressure, unjaye.
You know, now the way they take rain. But you know, the thing be say
You go
our
come back and
food
full
there.
plates, they chop. Some of them go do video. So that people for Africa, when they don't see meat chop, go see where they chop.
They don't
Because
say
you know our
na
people, even food, they feel use food, they oppress people. Say,
oppress people. Meanwhile, they don't say na nonsense. All that food wey they pack for body.
when you chop and finish, you go sleep. Tomorrow you they go 12-hour shift. I'm sorry for you.
Exactly. You know, it's all about, like this lady said, it's about portion control. And even if there are people who like food, if you like food, you must be ready to do the work. There's no two way about it. If you're the person that loves food, you like, you can't say no, then be ready to give, to shed all of that. You must sweat, like you said, Sister B. When we eat in Nigeria, by the time you walk out from here to here, you don't sweat.
The weather,
All that
the
dry
environment is
come up
so
for your
harsh.
body.
The
Exactly.
environment for there, why you think say people know they die borokoto for Nigeria? That environment, God know what they do. You know, say if I don't give these people this kind of heat and the environment where we say go help them sometimes to naturally burn these fats, they're in trouble.
Exactly.
And again, a lot of the food that we eat in Africa is organic. Would they use
Organic,
jam? They do
yes.
pounded yam. Here, would they use flour? Would they use potato? Then they call them pando yam.
Exactly.
It is
Exactly.
well.
You know, so now everybody, food not be the enemy. Now we they determine meat don't they this word since yes, we know for our side now organic be everything. Everything we they eat now ground we they grow 'em, right? And the people, the animals when they eat the grass, now organic grass, not be manufactured one. They're not doing one.
No, they don't eat fertilizer, they don't eat anything. Now when
Exactly.
even pomo no get any value.
No
But someone
value,
like
no
me, I like
nutritional
pomo pass
value.
anything. Honestly,
Now,
they say no get value. Now
no
just the
value, no
skin. It's
nutritional
just skin.
value. Now shoe that they take and make. Now that what they suppose, but they don't chop all the
Then
pomo
we
for
don't
Nigeria.
chop saute. Jesus.
They don't finish chop the pomo for this.
We don't finish pomo. We don't let pomo rest. Oh, and it don't master us now. If we don't sick pomo, we know the rest.
Exactly. So you know our food, as long as if you like food, do the work. No two way about it. Everything in moderation. Everything not be because I no see all this time. Now I must chop the thing to finish. You know, plantain, all these steamed plantain, roasted plantain, those are healthy foods. Healthy. Cocoyam. You know, all those things. Quinoa instead of rice. Eat quinoa.
Maybe we go do another show. Somebody talk say, our eba portion. D, why are they feel say you dey talk to Igbo people now? Why are you calling out my Igbo brethren? You say our eba portion is massive compared to the soup. Please eat more soup compared to the eba. We go put one massive eba for plate like this. All that eba na your belly they go. Oh my God.
Yeah, somebody just post for comment and say stock. No, it depends on which meat stock. Because the meat that you find here is not the hormones full am. So if they use the stock, if you know the stock when we get for us, meat stock for Nigeria is far more nutritious than the meat stock
Everything
here.
for Nigeria is more nutritious.
Exactly.
Ejedima said pounded oats is very healthy. For somebody like me, if you tell me to eat pounded oats, you dey find my trouble. Because I grew up with real original pounded yam. So how are you going to insult me now telling me to be eating oats as pounded yam? It doesn't make sense to me, you see?
You can eat pounded yam, but it's the portion.
I don't even try this. I know it's healthy, but I don't like it. I
No,
like
you don't
pounded
have to
yam.
eat healthy. You don't have to eat oats, Sister B. You can eat pounded yam, but the portion is what I'm talking about. If you eat pounded yam, you eat if you clamp your hand, the fist, make a fist. That is the amount of pounded yam you should
You
eat.
know what that person said about portion is very, very important. If you take very small, like small pounded yam or gari eba, and you
Exactly.
can't put big soup, is more better than because you know
Vegetable soup or okra.
people tend to do it the other way. You go take big pounded yam or big eba, one massive eba where you food the whole plate, then you call you go take the okele, you go throw am up, say yeah. Like me where I come from, where they call ajokuta ma mommy the eba go strong. Where if you pound yam when not strong for my papa when I was a kid, go vex, you know, go chop that food. So the pounded yam need to be strong. If you dey swallow am, you self you go dey say the Lord's prayers. You
So
know,
you need
we
to
dey laugh Yoruba people say their food too soft. That's why till today I cannot eat amala and any Yoruba swallow that is too soft because I'm not used to it. My
right.
palate is used to ajokuta mamumi, strong one. When you dey swallow am, you go dey say the Lord's prayer. Our Father who art in heaven.
Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Oh my God. You
My
know,
dear.
yeah, but exactly. So now the thing be saying that, and again, it depends on when you eat the pounded yam. If you eat them
Yeah,
in the daytime, you are fine. Now, when you sit down eat them for night, then go bed like 30 minutes after, like 2 minutes after. That's where the
yeah,
problem is. So most
yeah,
of our food, Nigerian food, not be say it bad, but if you know say you like food and you like them a certain way, be ready to do the work and control
of
your
course.
portions.
For
That
where we
is
know they
it.
do the work, oh. We know
Might be the
who go shift
problem.
for us if we go if we go do the work.
That
Hmm.
be the
Thank
problem.
you, my
So
darling. Oh
on
my
top
yeah.
of this wealth issue,
We don't do 3
contentment.
hours.
So
Make we round up.
contentment. That is it. Now that one I see
Yeah,
for this matter. Contentment and take your health seriously. If you want to enjoy the fruit of your labor and enjoy your life, be content. Not use I look because you don't know what they don't do to achieve what they don't achieve. So focus on you. Look for ways to be better for yourself and don't play with your health and eat healthy. Find
yeah.
out. There's one more thing, one last thing, and then I'm gonna drop off. Um, there's there's a particular, it's called sea moss. Okay, sea moss has over 90 something minerals inside.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, you
Never
can
heard
make
that
it.
one before.
Yes,
Hmm.
Google it, you will find all the information. Now it has
Hmm.
over 90 something minerals and it does a lot in the body. You can make it yourself. There are people who sell it. So if you're at that age, you need to be taking your health a lot more seriously. You might want to look into sea moss.
I see.
Google it. Yes,
Hmm.
SEAMOSS. They have Irish sea moss. They're found under the sea, mostly in the Caribbean, but
Hmm.
they sell them all over. You can order them on Amazon and all of that. You can prepare it yourself. There are videos on YouTube that will show you how to prepare it yourself. You can use it in your smoothie. It cleanses your insides
Hmm.
and it
Hmm.
takes care of your body, gives you the right juices. So look
Thank you
into
so
it, guys.
much.
All right.
Hmm.
Love you, Sister B.
Love
Another
you
great
very
one
much.
today.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Oh my yes, Scanner, my baby girl for life. I love you. Thank you. I can never ever take you for granted because you're too much. You're a full package. God bless you, my darling. So we're gonna round up today. I didn't even know we were gonna get to this point, but it is what it is. You know, we've discussed it. Please don't be like this, our brothers and sisters who've made this mistake and paid dearly with their own lives. And for this, our auntie now that the house is in Ogbomosho, somebody else is enjoying it. Okay. And she's worked so hard all around the clock, doing all these long shifts. The one that is changing drawers in her locker, her heart gave in. So many examples that we have. Please do not add yourself to the statistics. Take care of yourself, okay? Live well. The most important thing you take away from tonight's video or tonight's show is you need to take your health very seriously. Your health is wealth. Now they are alive, now they make money. Now they are alive, now they build mansion for home. Now, if you know they are alive, all those things would have been for nothing. We will not labor in vain in Jesus' name. Thank you all so much. Thank you to all my contributors. BO, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Buki. Thank you, everyone that contributed and called into the show on my Corner. I do not take you for granted. You are an amazing human being and a big, 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 big addition and plus positively to our platform. Thank you all. My brothers and sisters, let's look after our health. Okay? Not be like that auntie that worked at 80 something years, 80 something years because he's looking after a grown man, a grown child. It will not be your portion. Our children are going to be responsible. They will not bring us misery. They will bring us good luck. They will bring us testimony. We too, we will live long to enjoy the fruit of our labor. We will not labor for others to inherit. By the grace of God, we that have worked will enjoy our work. But check your health. Don't go to shift when you're not well. Stop doing 100 hours. Stop doing 80 hours. Look after yourself, please. Very, very important. And only one life. When you are deleted, it's forever. Don't work at 89 years. Indiama, thank you so much, my darling sister. I really, really appreciate you. Don't work at 89 years. Don't work so long. Okay? Me like this. Me, minister of enjoyment. May God help me. 60 years and I had a plan to. I don't retire. All my life now, everything I do from 60 years now to the enjoy. I will just enjoy my life to go. Because I don't calculate say at 60 years, all my children don't. The one I never come up for the one I never come up for us, they university, so they are on their own. Now there's a big me and my husband are to just dey enjoy our life. I can't come and keep myself. I don't come this world to keep myself. I come here to enjoy my life. I've worked hard. So I need to live a good life. I need to live my best life. So enjoy your life. Do what you can. No do 100 hours. No do 80 hours. Even if you're going to do it because of family or whatever commitment, let it be for a short time. Don't let it be for a way. Don't let it be a way of life. And you need to go check your health. Some of you need to call your doctor tomorrow to go and do your blood pressure. Because blood pressure, our sister Gigi gave us the statistics. White people have, black people have 50% higher rate of high blood pressure. The pressure, not be until your heart they make big, 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 big. Then you get high blood pressure. But it can be controlled by medication. But you need to first know, say you get that problem. You need to first know, say you get that diagnosis. Diabetes can be controlled. A lot of things can be controlled with the right medical attention. No go hospital like that. Our brother, when they tell you, say your high blood pressure, your blood pressure at 200, you go shift. It is well. When you delete everything where you work for, now other people go enjoy. It will not be your portion in Jesus' name. I go to farm. I love you guys very much. If you have enjoyed this video and you've been blessed tonight, give it a thumbs up. Please give it a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up before I go. Very, very important that you give it a thumbs up for my sake and for those who need to see it. You might just be saving a life tonight. Thank you all so much. And I shall see you in my next one. I am back on Sunday. Right? I am back on Sunday night. Thank you so much. I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. We will live long. We will prosper in this land. You see, as God told the children of Israel, I say, wherever the sole of your feet shall touch, I will give it to you as an inheritance. I will give you the healing for your inheritance. See, anywhere you are in the diaspora, by the grace of God, the Lord will give it to us as an inheritance. You will possess it in the name of Jesus. But as you are working to inherit those inheritance, be smart. Look after yourself. I will see you soon. I love you guys. Bye.